again to the Big Focus. What's up, Anwari?
I'm good, man. Joe, what's up? How
What's
you doing?
up,
Wow,
bro? Not
you're
too bad.
all clean shaved up.
Oh,
That's
I wanted to look like you, bro.
you are still far off the mark. But good try. Great for effort, Joe.
I mean, our hairstyles are almost the same.
That hairline.
That hairline, yeah. It has to be there.
Joe, we've been missing for the past 1 week, and
Yeah.
we received a stream of messages asking, "Where are you, boys? How come you guys are not on air on Thursday?"
Yeah.
Joe, what did you do last Thursday, Joe?
We decided to take a break. But
We did.
then we decided to take a break on the wrong week because we thought maybe it's time, international break. We go for a break, we chill out, relax ourselves. But guess what? During that break, many things happened, bro. Lots of things happened. But we were back this week. Monday we had a good one. Tuesday we had a beautiful one. And today we're gonna nail it with some good hammers.
Yes, hammer time.
But bro, before that, you always know, you fellas out there always know that the ones watching, we always start out the show with something interesting.
Yeah,
with something unique.
True.
Let's bring that up.
Let's bring that up. This again has gotten us scratching our damn head.
Yes.
And
let me read it.
Yeah, please read it. Please read it for us. Do the honor.
Even text us, I think, like 20 minutes before this show. Right before this. And then this is how it goes. Can a soccer player shave a hole in his super large afro and carry the ball inside?
Yep.
How? And I'll let you be the first person to give me an answer in this. Is that allowed?
Look, the question is, how high is the afro? When he's running, can the ball be seen?
That's going to be a really high afro, though, to be honest. But if the afro is like this, you just need a cushion to be there.
True.
Yeah.
But then, Joe, question is, how do you get the ball off that afro guy? Do you headbutt him? Because if you do, and if VAR is working on that day, because you know, VAR.
That's a sensitive topic, bro. That's a super sensitive topic. But I know a way to take the ball out of his head.
How do we do that, Joe? Please enlighten us.
Very simple, just push him. And you consider a foul and finish that.
That's simple as that. I don't even know why this is even a question.
Yep.
Right? But then look at the comment below. Mark Hosege, not allowed. Will be booked for unsporting behavior. And this brings me, all right, to another point. Because I remember watching the show, all right, let's just bring up the visual just to do a bit of a refresher so that you guys remember.
Oh, yeah.
Can we see that, Joe?
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah. So this show went on Monday, and what a show it was. It completely went off the roof in terms of viewership and in terms of the vibrancy and energy that was being brought into the show. Oh boy, what a show. VVD's injury, going through the patchy moment, and how do Liverpool really actually fixed up right after this. And then Mark actually lay in a comment. And what actually came out of the comment was one of the guests asking, who is this Mark? Is he even a referee?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Little did they know that Mark Horsegate was a qualified referee. Is he still qualified? I think he should be still.
Either way, he's still a referee, man. He used to be a qualified referee, yeah.
So just clear the air. So if you guys seeing Mark just laying in his comments, do take him seriously because he was once a referee at the very top level.
Yes. And then refereeing, Mark, we need to say this: refereeing at the highest level, that is top notch. But his transfer news, sometimes it's good, sometimes here and there, right?
Most of the time, not good. So just clear that. Most of the time, if you see Mark just rambling on about transfer, take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Most of all right, he will skew the target. All right. Don't take him seriously. And then what went on right after the Monday show was the brand new show.
By Championship show.
Yeah, boy. Sexy show. Look at the poster. Russ looks like Scorpion or he looks like a guy from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, tell me about it, man. He looks like, I don't know.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yes, that's the name I wanted.
He looks like Sub-Zero, and it was an ice cold show because we had two of the best guests that you could ever wish for when it comes.
Antonio and Rafael.
Yeah, outside of the English Premier League scope, we had
Yep.
Antonio, who was, or rather, he was actually employed by a TV station, mind you.
Yep.
About 6 years, he was the expert pundit for La Liga, and then we also had the pleasure of having Rafa, a Swiss guy right now who is residing in Singapore, and he was the expert for Bundesliga last week for this show itself. So look out for that next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Just be mindful of the timing though. It's just half an hour earlier than the usual one. But then, Joe, right now, before we start proper, what do they have to do? Educate the crowd, my man.
Fellas, to all there out there watching this, fellas, please, please, please like, share, and comment, and do not forget to subscribe this channel, fellas. We are going to have an outstanding lineup today, so please, please, please share it across all your platforms. We are in all social platforms. We are in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also please share it across YouTube. Whichever ways or form you guys do it, just like, share, and subscribe this content, guys.
Yes, and if you do so, then on we would have again the impetus to grow this channel even bigger than what it is right now, and to provide you guys with more exciting and riveting content. But then now, enough talk.
Enough talk.
Joe, you realize I did this. Enough talk.
So usually when we do this is Wakanda forever.
Yes,
but
usually.
this time is different. And without further ado, can we get this, fellas? I said it earlier. We need the nails, but without a nail, we need the hammers.
First, let's bring it on. We've got Lawrence. Oh, fool! Look at the hammer, Lawrence.
Yeah.
If you get hammer,
Lawrence.
You'll never life. There is some imposing hammer. Bum! Straight onto your face. So we got Lawrence, and also we got Peaceful Hooligan. Holy. I hope he is peaceful as he is right now. But let's start off with Lawrence. How are you? You good?
Great. Very happy. I've been watching the game, repeat the game 3 times. Since that night.
We haven't even started, Joe. We haven't even started.
I haven't even started.
Like reliving a wet dream over and over again.
And that's always good, right? Because we always yearn for that, and we can never get that unless you're a West Ham fan. Last week. But Lawrence, good to have you hammer on board. Lawrence, before we even again touch base, or rather just go on to Remy, we just want to ask you, Lawrence, yourself, how long have you been a hammer yourself?
I became a West Ham fan since I was a teenager, so that's more than 40 years. Right. To follow West Ham, it builds your character. Give you endurance, commitment, and heart pain. But it makes you stronger as a person. Psychologically, you become stronger. Nothing can ever affect us.
Yes,
no matter what happens, we are forever Hammers fans. Even though we lose 8-0, we are still Hammers fans. That's fantastic.
Fantastic, attitude by Lawrence and Joe, and that's why supporting the Hammers built the iron in you. See what I did?
Yeah.
It built
Definitely, bro.
All right. So
you ask me, I think a real football fan is Hammers fan. Unlike Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, they follow because it's successful. We follow West Ham because we are Hammers. We are West Ham. That's important. The loyalty part is very different from any other football fan. Right, Remy, agree or not, Remy?
But then
I think Remy is like. I think Remy is like.
I let Lawrence
What did
talk
he say?
first.
But I thought you must listen. I thought you
but anyway,
Remy, what I said was that Hammers fans are the most loyal because
of course
we don't depend on success of West Ham. We follow because we're Hammers.
All right, and Lawrence, just a cheeky question that I just want to pose to you. All right, sorry, Remy, sorry to stop you in your track. In terms of hatred list, who do you have right at the top of your pecking order?
In terms of the other team, is it?
Who is one that you
what kind of question is
you
that?
know that West Ham is Spurs bogey team. We are the one. I remember back few years back, they said we food poison them, and because of that they missed out on the European qualification. Wow, that was fantastic, man. No? And remember it was lasagna. They take lasagna, they got stomach ache, then they can't play and they lost. And they can't qualify the Champions League. These are memories of Hammers. So we don't think of Champions League or FA Cup. We think of how we derail Spurs. For us, that is good enough for us.
Joe, for that, Lawrence deserves a cookie point. All right.
Definitely. I would give him a cookie point for what he said, man. It was hilarious, bro. I mean,
Joe.
if he's standing in a comical show, bro, he would have won Russell Peters nail down.
Lawrence, wherever you live, wherever you stay, I will erect a statue of you right outside of your home for saying whatever. You all right, but now we move to another guy. He is right now the model figure of Hammers in Singapore. All right, you will see his face plastered all over. I've actually went through their Instagram. Most of you'll be surprised. You might think that this is his personal account, Joe, because most of it has Remy's face on it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Everywhere.
Remy, same question, man. That we put for Lawrence yourself. This love affair with the blue and claret of the Hammers. When did it start for you?
For me, since I was 12, because I think majority of my family members like Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal. So I fall in love with West Ham because of the jersey. I think this is the first one, Doc Marts. I love Di Canio and Frederic Canotti so much. Yeah, so yes. Then on top of that, I watch Green Street Hooligans. So I get to know more about this West Ham thingy, Bobby Moore. Then I mean, I do research on my own. Then I call myself a Hammer. So from there, that's where love started. I mean, because of Di Canio, because I love hot-headed players, and Di Canio is one of them. So it suits me.
Solid.
And then was there one particular match, Remy, that actually swung the tide for you? It was probably a match that you watched and said, "Oh my God, who is that team? I must support that team right now." Was there a particular match that is now etched in your memory?
That was West Ham. That was I think that at that point of time Spurs again. If I'm not wrong, against Man United.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, at that point of time, there's Trevor Sinclair.
Trevor Sinclair.
Yes.
Okay. And that's how it just started. All right. Beautiful story. And I can see a couple of comments coming in as well, Joe. But then again, I don't know where you live, even for Lawrence, but you do know right now in Singapore, you have a whole estate who are now a bunch of Hammers as well, new to the family.
Where?
It's your brother.
I'm living in the east.
Before your question, I'll say something. That night, it was 11:30 p.m. on Sunday night. I watched the game, right? Right. Within 15 minutes, we were 3-0 down.
Okay.
Normally, 3-0 down, I already gave up video. I go to sleep, no. But because the way I saw West Ham play, even though we're 3-0 down, I thought they're playing quite well.
Okay.
Oh, thank God that I tahan till 2 a.m. to watch the last 3 goals. Anyway, even 80th minute, I thought, gone already. There's no way a team can score 3 goals in the last 8 minutes.
And
it was really a fantastic feeling.
All right, you got to keep your powder dry for this, Lawrence, because
I gotta tahan. My overflow is still there, euphoria, wet dream, shooting out.
Then, Lawrence, whatever.
We still have a long time to go. We will give you the chance to speak more. No worries.
Because I got 8 minutes before.
All right, Joe, because we got another guest right now on board. He's been waiting in the background. Wow, this guy. Let me put a big disclaimer. He does not look happy today. He comes in with really angry because he has
a bit tired.
He looks a bit shy. He has a lot to defend today because, my God, the slew of hatred, the tirade of hatred that went through social media. It was crazy, man. It's insane.
But why you want to go so far? On Monday, how was it? It was madness.
My God.
If an Evertonian was on board with us on Monday, I think finished. Sure, Hassan, definitely. But the thing is, today, he's surrounded by us.
Yeah.
We will be defending him too.
Neutral ground.
Yeah.
So
neutral ground.
The man, the captain, the most sensational Everton fan in Singapore. We bring in Mr. Hassan.
What's up, Hassan?
Hassan, Monday show or not? All Liverpool, they were calling you out names, cheaters. That's why you guys will be as good as us.
You guys paid David Good. You guys are friends with the VAR.
That's it.
Hassan, can I ask you a question? Why you come this platform and get people criticize you? Why you come this platform for what? Just started to defend, no?
Let me put it to you this way. It's been a while since we had to defend anything.
Good one.
And Hassan, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're ready for the ride. You always know when it comes to the big focus, it's a no holds barred setting. So let's get on straight into the action. But before we do so, Joe, hit the comment section. Joe, you want to pick up some of good ones? Let's go.
All right. Bro, let's start off with us first. All right.
Okay.
Mark himself. Beautifully done. Anwari and Joel fully clad in their team jerseys. Gonna be one hell of a show.
Always,
All right.
man.
Perfect. Yep. All right. We have from Hey Jude. For Lawrence, sorry, Uncle Law. Nobody are a better fan than anyone.
Apa lah, what a better fan anyway? I don't understand. Don't call me uncle, okay?
Lawrence, you are coming up the show, Lawrence. I think there are many fans for you.
I'm
Lawrence.
a 30-year-old in the 50-year-old body, okay?
No,
Under this year is a West Ham soul.
Well said, so. Perfectly put. All right.
Isn't West Ham soul is pretty old though?
Is Tristan a girl? Is Tristan a girl?
No, he's a boy.
Tristan is a boy.
Yeah,
Oh, no, sorry. Good try.
All right, one last one with a good one. All right, we'll say Hammers support
yes.
Workers' Party.
No, Workers'
Yes,
Party
yes,
support
yeah.
West Ham. The other way around.
And before we hit this, I think this last two is really nice, bro. From Alif Daniel. Come on, you Irons. And lastly, from Rizal, the Thors.
The Thors. All right. So
Let's take it away on.
all right, Joe. So that pretty much again sets the tone. So let's hit straight into the action. This is, of course, match week 5 review. All right. So a lot of, again, heart thumping action. So let's go through the fixture. All right. Game by game, of course. Let's see what we have first. Right now, of course, we will save the best for the last. Everton and Liverpool will be the last game that will be reviewed for the first session. And let's start off first with, wow, another spectacular scoreline. A 3-3 record. Let's start off with Remy first. Remy, nodding of head. I don't know whether you caught the game, but then again, you must be happy, man. 3-3, no complaints. Why not, right? What do you have to say?
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, Chelsea. You're talking about Chelsea and Southampton, right?
Yeah.
Or you're talking, Chelsea and Southampton. Of course, it's good because why Chelsea were leading and at the very last minute, Southampton equalized. So it's good. I mean, Southampton is an underdog team. It's definitely looks like us. I mean, West Ham also is an underdog team, definitely. So
I don't agree.
All right, you gotta wait for your turn, man. You gotta wait for your turn. Go on, Remy.
So I mean, I was hoping Chelsea to lose or at least draw. So yes, my wish came true. Chelsea draw. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But then, of course, having said that, the draw is again, it's really not ideal for Chelsea's cause, right?
Yeah.
And then one guy that came into prominence, none other than Timo Werner. Wow, what a player! What do you make of him, Remy? What a goal, man! Especially the dummy one.
Yes, the dummy one.
He went shimmy to the right. He could have shimmied another 10 more steps, and they will still have forward motion. But what do you make of Werner? He has finally arrived into the Premier League.
I think, to me, German players suits well in Premier League. I think German players suits really fast in Premier League, maybe because of their aggression. I doubt so they have the speed, but they have the aggression. So to me, Timo Werner is a good addition into Premier League. They're young and of course dangerous also. No doubt, a good buy.
A good buy, definitely, Joe. And then, my, Joe, we also had our own personal chat group. And then Kel, if you're watching, Kel,
He was booming.
He was all confidence, man. And why not? They were strolling. This look is going to turn into a basketball score.
Yeah. He was going crazy. He was saying like, that's it, game, set, match. But
And then, Lawrence, now it's your turn. What happened?
Kepa did a Kepa, bro. Kepa just did a Kepa.
About Chelsea again. You know Chelsea game again, is it?
Yes.
Okay lah. Actually, I'm not interested, but never mind. Okay. I think Chelsea is becoming a kampong team. You try to score more goals than the other team. Because Lampard has no defense. He got no defense. All his head are good attacking players, right? That's him. And then can you imagine he signed Peter Cech as part of the squad? Stupid, right? He's still signing up. What
Fourth choice.
what type of thing? And no sense one. Right? So I think Lampard is still learning. He's still
Okay.
learning. He now got a strong attack, but he doesn't know to do his defense because Lampard is a midfielder. His strength is in attack, right? And coming back to Remy's point, I agree that most German players do well in Premier League because German players are generally technically very strong, right? And they've got good upper body strength, they good lungs. Basically, they got good stamina, right?
Mhm.
But they are not fast players. They are good technical players. The only German player now, if not mistaken, also is German, right?
Yes,
I
yes,
think,
yes.
but not
So
from
he's technically strong, but
Turkish,
he's not
Turkish
speed
descent.
merchant. So when your
He's
team plays a
Chinese
fast game,
from China.
they don't really do well. Yeah.
all right. And again, is it a surprise right now? If you're a Chelsea fan, would you be worried, Lawrence, to look at it's really Jekyll and Hyde right now for them. One
No,
moment
I
they're
think Chelsea this season will finish maybe. I don't think they're a Champions League team. I think they'll be Europa League position, right?
wow.
But the key thing for them right now, if the defense collapse,
Mm-hmm.
the question is can they keep up scoring goals all the time, right?
Mhm.
And I bet
Fair
I
enough.
bet you that Lampard, I think it's a touch and go that he can last through the whole season.
Okay.
I'm afraid that
Oh.
Chelsea fans in Singapore will call him no more Lampard. Cancel the deal.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't speak Hokkien, so I don't know what you mean. I don't speak Hokkien, so I don't know what you mean.
You know, yeah, okay, I really trust you.
I speak Cantonese, don't worry.
Yeah, we will all believe you in a heartbeat that you don't know what. So moving on. So that again, that was a dreadful draw, Joe, for Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, if you are in a 2-0 position, it's almost an unassailable lead. You would have expected 3 points in the bag. But of course, Southampton, they don't usually follow the narrative. They
No.
bucked the trend. They got a 3-all draw, man, at Stamford Bridge. My oh my. Nothing to look up for. Let's move on to the next one. Man City versus the mighty Gunners. 1-0. Ooh.
Not so mighty, bro. Not so mighty, though.
After all, Hassan, I don't know if you actually caught the game because for me as an Arsenal fan, it was really tough to stay awake. It was boring as hell. But what do you make of the result? 1-0. Expected result, I guess?
For me, the Arsenal versus Man City game, basically, they cancelled each other out. So it was always going to be a tight one.
Sure.
But then again, in this season where you can see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goals in a game, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, 1-0, right?
I think most probably is that both teams were not actually going full guns out.
Mm.
They were most
Yep.
probably instructed to sit back and see whether they can get any more chances to actually just
Agreed.
attack and score. So in the end, it became a very boring game.
It was a dreadful draw. Again, it was a dreadful game. Nothing exciting about it. And for me as an Arsenal fan, right? Again, the result that actually we got on hand, again, split opinion, Joe. A lot of them were were eagerly waiting to punish, right, to convict or to criminalize Mikel Arteta's selection.
Yeah.
And which I can agree to a certain degree because I felt that he, in the first half especially, we showed a bit too much respect for Man City. And again, I just want to just take on or just to allude to the point that Hassan made. Right now, it's a season of really topsy-turvy, really crazy results, right? And it's really worth at times to just throw in a punt. You never know what you get. And look at, there's so many examples right now. Southampton against Chelsea. Even later on, we'll touch more on Lawrence and his team, West Ham, coming back from the dead, almost 3-0. And I think that is the only blemish right now in what has been a really glorious report book for Mikel Arteta. For me, because he's a young manager, at times he's overly cautious. So, sorry, Hassan.
I think basically you do have to remember that Arteta was the assistant manager at Man City.
True.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he actually knows what Pep is thinking.
And they're cancelling out each other. Yeah,
That's it.
true. And this is again where I want to chime in again with my own personal opinion as an Arsenal fan. We've seen this before, even against Liverpool, whereby we set back, right? The formation and also the tactical setup, even the lineup selection, it actually spells the intent for that team. And if Mikel Arteta can just tweak just a bit, not too much, because the defensive structure is really good, it's really solid. It's really uncharacteristic of Arsenal to be second when it comes to least conceded. Because usually we'll be the other end of the table when it comes to conceding. But now we are second right behind Aston Villa. All right, that's the volume of the new defensive structure that has been instilled by Arteta. But then again, come on, man, we are Arsenal. It's always the free-flowing football that gets us excited. So if Arteta can get the balance right, he can find the perfect middle ground. Joe, Manchester United, you be careful.
But
It's
but
it,
Arteta, I
it
mean,
might be interesting.
for
Go ahead,
Arteta
Ravi.
to ex Ozil, right? It's really ridiculous because you will never see a classic number 10 again. I mean,
That's
Ozil
another
is equivalent to
that's a
Zidane.
discussion where it's going to be interesting, bro, because
But
there's
But
a whole
Ozil is
lot.
coming to SM. Ozil is coming to SM soon.
see, I'll be glad.
I don't. I want Ozil.
We
Wait,
want.
Okay, let
We
me
don't have.
explain. Every
We don't have
team,
assistant.
you must build around a system that you want to play, right?
uh-huh.
So for different teams, they use different tactics. So now West Ham is depending on wingers and a
Okay.
strong midfield anchor, right? So when teams play, if you are organized wrongly,
Mhm.
it won't work even the player is good. So it's important that the manager understand how he organize the team. Now coming back to Hassan's earlier point about a lot of high scoring game, my personal view, I enjoying week 5 because the goals are coming fast and furious.
Mm.
My assumption is because there are no fans. Once
Yes,
there are
yeah.
no fans, you play home or away, it doesn't really matter, honestly speaking. Right? And
Sure.
secondly, if got no fans, there's no pressure on the players. They
Mhm.
can express themselves more freely. They're there to try new things. They won't be afraid that they do something wrong, they get booed. So I think without fans, the players have more freedom to express how they want to play without fear of being booed or shouted at. I thought that's a very important point because that's why teams are now going out all out when they're down because there's nothing to lose. And even though they let in goals, they don't worry because no one will boo them. And most they get better scoring. So I think the environment of what the games they played so far the past 5 weeks is a
Mhm.
bit different now. Where
It is.
everybody is playing like on a training pitch.
Mhm.
Akong against Akao. You just chong all the way. Yeah.
I thought you don't know.
But
But anyway,
but the
I
thing
love.
is that every game you can I mean listen to the fans cheering go boo.
But
It's
they do
recorded,
play
right?
they do play the sound.
it's
But
system.
once
It's
you
system.
run on pitch along the wings,
Yeah.
the audience is the spectators is near the edge, very different. They will shout, you can hear the sound beside them.
Yeah,
So
they
a bit
abuse
different.
you big time. Yeah, correct. I
And
think yeah.
I
no, no,
mean, every one of us, I think most probably we have watched a football match in a stadium. So
yeah.
there's always an ebb, high
Yes,
and a low,
yes,
Yeah.
which
yes, yes,
affects the players directly. For
yes,
now,
yes.
it's empty. So
Yeah, yeah.
And
Actually, ask myself, what's the difference home and away? What's the difference?
no difference. No
Because
difference.
the home
there's
fans,
no crowd effect.
Now,
No,
yeah,
no.
now there's no difference. Definitely.
True.
Yeah.
And again, right now, since we are on the topic
And by
of
the way, before I forget, I just tell Anwar, when
uh,
West Ham play Arsenal, actually West Ham outplay Arsenal. Just that
no,
they didn't get system
you
right
did.
yet. You agree
I
or not?
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
You did. And right after the game, right, I actually spoke to one of the Arsenal guys. I say like, West Ham deserved. Of course, you guys deserve more than a defeat, but more
Yeah.
than anything else, I thought you guys could have actually walked out with a victory.
Yeah.
And it was during that match itself. It got me thinking like, wait,
Wow. Anwar,
uh,
you're the first honest Arsenal fan I've met.
I'm gonna call a spade, Lawrence, because it was again a dire game. We were really again we were so again we were really lacking, severely lacking in the final third,
Yeah.
and that was before the transfer window, if you all remember, right? That was before the transfer window, and the call or the cry for again a new creative outlet was again
Yeah.
at an all-time high, and one of the names that we were being linked with was also Ben Rama. Again, we'll
Yeah.
touch base
Yeah.
on Ben Rama. What a
Yeah.
crazy creative player he
Oh,
is. But
beauty,
then
bro.
yeah, man, Joe. And he again because of that match against West Ham, it exposed a brand new deficiency in Arsenal, which was
Yeah.
surprisingly in the attack. And I truly agree with Lawrence. But then again, just staying on topic when it comes to Ozil, our producer Herrick has actually prepared us with
As
this.
he's feeling, obviously, what I can say from my side, that is just a football decision that my conscience is very calm because I've been really fair with him. He has had the opportunities like everybody else. I'm sad that I had to leave 3 players out of this list, which is never pleasant. But I just have to say that I try to look at everybody in the eye and be comfortable with it. And with Mesut, I have this feeling because I was being very straightforward since I arrived to this country.
There you go.
I think he
Uh,
bullshit. I think he
Yeah.
really bullshit. Because honestly speaking, although West Ham may not want him, in the Arsenal squad, Ozil is definitely better than one of the players in the whole Arsenal squad. At least one of the players there. So
And,
there might be something behind. We do not know why he doesn't
yeah.
want to play him. That's the part I can't figure out. Yeah.
and this is where I just want you guys let's huddle up and come
Yep.
up with our own brand, our own rendition of what we think All right. Again, about the Ozil situation. I'll start with you, Joe. Of course, we actually ran a poll via our Instagram, and also for you guys who are watching us live. Put it through the comment box. Ozil's treatment, is it again justified or is completely unjust on Arsenal's side? I'll start with you, Joe, first. Quickly, take no more than 30 seconds. Lay in your thoughts about Arsenal and Ozil's situation.
Basically, Ozil's decision was made by the board, not by Arteta himself. Arteta has no choice because he is being the manager of Arsenal. He is being paid by Arsenal. He has to say that. Basically, politics is taking over football.
Yep.
Enough said. So if we got to stop Ozil from playing, that is because of political issues. It's got nothing to do with football, and Arteta has got nothing to do with this. Sadly, Arteta is being used as a puppet. I'm so sorry to use that word, but then he is being used as the puppet to showcase to the broadcast, to the media. It's saying that, hey, this is football. We have to move on. Simple as that. But I believe Ozil will be back. This political issue will be over, and we'll get to see the number 10 again.
Definitely, that's state of affair. Remy, quickly from you, Ozil and Maya.
I believe Ozil need to find new hobby like Gareth Bale, because he's being outcasted. I mean, it's ridiculous. The highest paid player. I mean, the best player at his prime, right? I mean, he can beat Kevin De Bruyne at any time, anywhere. He's really classical. I mean, the way he plays, definitely like Zidane, classic number 10. Seriously, I was so surprised when he got X. So yeah, I think he needs to find new hobby. He needs to find new passion. I mean, nowadays football is all about money. I mean, there's passion comes second, money comes first. So yeah.
And Lawrence, of course, right now.
I think the management of Arsenal made a gamble. They purposely ostracized Ozil because in the high pay. Hopefully, he will leave the club and go to another club. But they call it wrong because Ozil say, "You want me to leave? I won't leave. I'll sit put, and you continue to pay me." They made a wrong call. They took a gamble, and actually, it's a wrong call.
Wrong call. Okay, there you go.
Fair enough.
Really punishing Lawrence. Again, he's for taking no prisoners tonight. Hassan, let's end it with you. The calmness of hate in the room. Ozil and unjust treatment that is receiving in Arsenal. Where do you go on this?
My view is basically when he spoke out against the treatment of the Muslims in China.
Yeah.
That is exactly the main reason why he's being axed right now.
Yeah.
Because China being a big market for the Premier League, they're just seeing the dollars. Right? So he's paying the price for that.
Yep. No, I agree with Hassan. And if you guys actually read his statement, the last one, right, it was really that thing. He mentioned that I will not stop using my voice when I see an injustice or when I see against violence. So there you go. And he mentioned also loyalty has no price right now in the market. What I hope as an Arsenal fan will actually blow away really quickly, because for me, the longer we realize as Arsenal fans that he's not part of the plan, the better it is for us to move forward as a fan base.
They can release him on a free transfer.
No, he
That's
doesn't
what they
want.
did for James.
They want what he wants. Like Lawrence said, he wants to stick it up back into Arsenal's ass by staying put. So that is him saying, "You think you can do this to me? No, because the ball is my court, damn you." So that is him saying, okay, middle finger to the sky kind of moment for him. But then, so let's take a bit of comment again.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Gordon, go Bunchai.
Oh,
Unjust to leave out Ozil. All right, and then big mention exactly, bro. It's ridiculous. Jeremiah, wow, Jeremiah is in. Okay, Joel, enough said. So let's move on. Enough about. It's not part of the list. I tell you, you guys can both have a separate segment by your own.
Yeah, boy.
Eben, it's very clear. I agree with Joel. Arteta is just the puppet, and this Ozil has been treated unfairly. And Gordon, again, just to reaffirm his point, Ozil is a class act. And it's also shameful how United are treating Sergio Romero, man.
Yeah.
We'll touch on that. We'll touch on Romero's case as well after this. And then, Elvin. Hello, Elvin, all the way from Malaysia. Guys, check him out. He has his podcast of his own. It's called the Bola Show. Check it out on Spotify. Ozil's work rate is questionable. All right. And then Calvin, the Ozil class is permanent, form is temporary. And the last one,
Rashbir Handel.
Handel. Arsenal let their staff go for economic reasons, but allowed their highest paid player to be left out of the squad. Talk about good financial sense. I think, Rashbi, if you know Arsenal long enough, financial sense and Arsenal, they do not marry up nicely. They
Yeah,
don't go
definitely.
in the same sentence. All right. So let's move on from the Ozil agenda. That was a good one, boys. Again, let's go through game week 5. Let's see what we have right now. Quickly tackle the next one before we get to West Ham and also Everton. Joe, your game, Newcastle, Man United, a much needed win. That was a morale boost, and you could see it
Yep.
clearly, it's really apparent. Springs in your step, especially against PSG right after that. What do you make of the result? But you guys went 1-0 down really, really early.
The way we went down, I thought, here we go again. It's going to be another long day.
Yep.
But then again, there were some defensive laps. I'm not going to say it was one of the best performances ever. Nope. There were lots of defensive laps. Newcastle would have actually warned us easily. But yeah, I was happy with my strikers and my midfield, and especially this guy, number 18, Bruno. He really put on a good shift in that night, bro. I think against Newcastle, he really played well. I'm happy that Rashford got his goals. But I think that he should start scoring. He should start taking lots of shots. Overall, I will rate the game as 6.5 for United.
Okay.
There are still lots of work to be done. And moving forward, we'll do good.
Right, and also just quickly touching on Rashford's form. He looks like a new reborn player, Joe. What happened there? He looks revived.
Bro, you got to repeat that. Marcus Rashford, MBE, baby.
Malaysia said Dato.
I have been very critical of Rashford lately, and you know that. I think he still has to work on it. I think he's not there yet. It's not the Rashford that I used to see him before, whereby he takes on defenders. Right now, he's very reserved. He's just, I don't know, he's controlling himself. I don't know, maybe that's the gameplay that Ole told him to do that. But I think we will definitely see more of Rashford this season if he's able to keep himself fit and injury-free.
Well, just listen to yourself. Last week, on the last show, you weren't speaking in that intonation. It was Look what a result, what a victory to do, right?
Definitely, bro, definitely.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Hassan, I don't know whether you are supposed to show us something. Oh, no, it's just... Right. And then Sheffield United and Fulham. Wow. This is that one match that nobody should ever sacrifice even $1 for. Really boring as hell, man. I didn't know why I won that game. But Sheffield, it is against Fulham. I think Mitrovic actually missed a penalty. But then again, what a goal by Lookman. Again, Lookman actually made the list for goal of the week. So if you guys have not checked it out, do so on our Instagram. There is a goal of the week, and Lookman actually made the list. What a goal by him. But 1-1 draw. Maybe you would expect Sheffield to take all 3 points, because if this was last season, that was definitely reckoning, right? You would definitely know for sure your money will be firmly placed on Sheffield United corner. And this is why many of us have actually had Sheffield United planted as one of the relegation candidates for this year. All right, so moving forward, Crystal Palace, Brighton, another 1-1. Wow, this is actually quite a running theme for this week.
It's been a series of draws, though, that game.
And I remember, Joe, for the first 2 game week, right, they had no draws. And then when first, one kick in, everybody started to trickle down with the draw.
Yeah, boy.
Crystal Palace, Brighton, nothing much for us to shout about. It was a really boring match, but there you go. That is the byproduct of those 2 matchups, all right, a 1-1 draw. And then, Joe, what comes after Crystal Palace and Brighton?
Oh, it's Tottenham Hotspur up against West Ham United. Boy, oh boy, what I mean, the first 15 minutes, I was watching the game. And I was looking at it. I was thinking, fella, this is going to turn out to be another routing. It's going to be like 6-0, 7-0. What is happening? What is happening in the Premier League?
Okay.
Week after, and then boom, this happens. And let's hear it from the 2 hammers.
Okay, all right. For this West Ham, it's a delicate topic. Okay, let's lay on our post-mortem on a really high forensic level. We'll start off with Remy first. First and foremost, you guys are Spurs' biggest kryptonite, the best boogie team ever to have lived throughout the existence of football. Were you confident going into the match, first and foremost, playing away from home, although it does not matter too much right now?
Very confident.
Oh,
very confident.
Okay.
Very confident. I mean, to be honest, if you're talking about the game, so when I saw Moyes, I was like thinking, Moyes, please work remotely, because when you work remotely, we achieve points, we achieve victories. So I'm not asking Moyes to get COVID again. No. It's not the right way. But I was hoping that Moyes please work from home, because I guess our coaches are doing the right thing. So after that, when I saw the first goal, second goal was like Moyes out. I was inside the group chat. So we were actually during Moyes out, JSB out, everyone's out. So the third goal, I was like, oh God, what happened, man? So I still have faith. I still remember I posted inside the group chat, we will come back. So when our general Balbuena scored the first goal, then after that followed by the Vincent Sanchez own goal, I was like, okay, we are coming back. I told them we are coming back. So when the third goal, Lanzini, the thing is that West Ham brought in Lanzini, but Spurs brought in Bale. You see the difference? So
There you go. Already. He bailed out. Correct.
Not Bale. Bale play golf. Bale never play soccer anymore. Never play football. That's why he cannot play.
And that's already. Let's listen to Lawrence now. Lawrence, now it's your turn. All right, to go all guns blazing.
Okay, I want you all to remain calm.
First,
Before the first game, we scored 7 goals and none conceded.
Okay.
We went Wolves 4-0. We went Leicester 2-0. And that was after Leicester went Manchester City 5-2.
True.
Uncle here, Uncle here, of course, was confident going to the game.
Okay.
That was shell shock. First 15 minutes, 3 goals went in. Like what I tell you, normally after 3-0, I said that I go to sleep because the game was 11:30 and the game will end at 2 a.m. But I stayed on because I saw the way West Ham play. The passes were exquisite. They just didn't get the third ball in, or they didn't challenge enough. And as the game went on, West Ham played better and better, right? So I decided to stay. No, I don't know why I stayed. Normally I don't stay after 3-0 down. Then by the time it's 1 a.m., second half, right, and the things got better and better. And up to 80th minute, I said, Mati lah. 3-0, no way they can come back again, for sure. But because they played so well, I stayed on. Thank God. I stayed the last 8 minutes and they scored 3 goals. Right? And I want everybody to know, Everton fan, Liverpool fan, Manchester United fan, Arsenal fan, this is a historic moment. Don't forget. No other team in the Premier League has ever scored 3 goals in the last 8 minutes and come from 3-0 down. You ask your uncle, your auntie, your grandfather, grandmother, no one it has never happened before. So you all are witnessing a historic moment. Please bear it in mind and put in the archives and put in the space shuttle and send to the moon.
Stop, Lawrence.
I must tell you all this story.
Nobody scored 3 goals to draw the game. We scored 2 goals to win the Champions League. I think Liverpool scored 3 goals to win the Champions League. So I don't know what weed you're smoking. So, but kudos to West Ham.
I said Premier League. Premier League history.
You said no
Has
team
Liverpool ever scored 3 goals in the last 8 minutes? Never. Has Manchester United scored 3 goals in the last 8 minutes? Never. We are the only team that have done that.
But Man United during Fergie era, right? They are a team of miracles, Fergie always do like this, and Man United will surely come back.
Definitely, you know that, huh? It's the Fergie.
Let me tell you, my prediction. This weekend, Sunday, we play Manchester City. I'm very confident. I'm very confident we will continue to score. We are one of the highest scoring teams in the Premier League, and our defense. Our defense is pretty good. We are as good as Aston Villa. You can check the table. In terms of goals conceded before Spurs, we are quite good. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, to me, team to watch out for this season, definitely Everton. Everton plays sexy football.
Are you joking? Are you okay?
No. This is based on fact. Everton play good football. I mean, you see the transfers.
Yeah.
I think before Everton happens, we must first ban Jordan Pickford.
Okay, we'll get to that. Look at Hassan.
The good thing about
is still a lot of games, a lot of cheaters. Before Spurs play West Ham, Lamela got Marshall sent off. I thought that was an unfair advantage. To be fair to Manchester United, you lost because you're 10 men. And now Jordan Pickford after rugby tackle Van Dijk, It's a bit too much.
No.
So I think the only
Lawrence,
honest players are now West Ham. Only West Ham honest players.
All right, Lawrence, we hear you loud and clear. All right, rugby player it is. But then, Remy, let's get on to the match right now. Again, this mental fortitude that is being shown by West Ham. Previous year, like Lawrence mentioned, you guys will have just capitulated, self-destruction. And we all thought that 3-0 was against something that is not really out of this current realm of possibility. We always do know that West Ham is always capable of again a wrong end of a scoreline. But what's up with West Ham this year? Like you guys have quietly slipped under the radar. A lot of really, like I mentioned, good results that has been sprung by your team. What is the current mojo that you have? Who's that current spark?
we
I think
have
the
good
current
coaches.
mojo. Sorry, let me. I can't wait tahan.
Okay, Uncle, you go.
The current
I will-
mojo.
I will-
Uncle.
The current mojo is the team spirit The team spirit. You can see even the substitutes they were substitute when they came on. They tried their best. You watch when Gareth Bale was dribbling and trying to score.
Yep.
Our Yarmolenko ran all the way from center midfield to race all the way there to defend. So there's a team spirit of play for each other as a group, and that's a very powerful formula. Okay, now over to Demi.
And Remy, and whatever Lawrence mentioned of, where is
Yeah.
that from?
Before I explain, later I'm going to share with you guys more about Singaporeans, the
Okay.
team, how it was founded,
Sure.
friendlies, all this. Okay, so the thing about David Moyes, right? One thing about him, he's recognized. You see, he's recognizable. He's popular in Everton.
Hassan,
A good manager, no doubt. So the thing is that what I like about David Moyes is that he like to buy cheap player that is not well known, and he made them as a star. You see, like Thomas Susek. I don't even know who's that guy. Jared Bowen. The thing is that he like to buy all these low profile, not that kind of good players, but he make them into one star. And the thing about West Ham, what I like them now, sometimes I'm like swearing, why this first 11? The thing is that he stick to that 11 almost every game. So that's where the gel comes in. See, we have that gel, the communication is there. So that's good thing about David Moyes. He has faith on these players, and that players really shows their quality. Susek, Bowen, Antonio. I still remember Antonio is not even a striker, now became striker. So it's like,
and Remy, sorry, and sorry for me to just interject. Lawrence, you just got a hold of your horses for a while. But it wasn't long ago where many of you guys again wanted his head rolling out of the Olympic Stadium because you guys have had enough. Why the sun?
No, not me.
What about Remy?
sure not. To be
Okay,
honest,
let me add on. Moyes is able to convert a player from the favorite position to a different role.
Okay.
Remember the relegation season? How he's the one who made what's the guy's name? Went to China. What's the guy's name?
China.
Jihai.
Don't Fangzhou.
Arnautovic. I can't remember his name.
That one not from China. That one for Australia lah.
No, he went to China. He went to
He play China League lah.
so
Australia.
he converted him into a striker, and that is where he was a winger and became a striker. Now he also converted Antonio from winger to a striker. He's
So
capable of
what's the point?
seeing the
What's the point?
potential of changing the player's favorite role, and that is his strength.
That is
Right?
his
And now the wing backs. At one time we hated Cresswell because he can't defend. We hated Mastoyaku, but now he changed the system. They are both playing like world class players. So he's capable of taking them from the normal position to a position that suits his system, and that is his strength. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And
Hard to see West Ham.
Hassan has something to say.
Hassan, you go as a neutral, Hassan.
I'm not really a neutral when it comes up to David Moyes.
Oh, you love him. You love him, right?
No. I mean, David Moyes is the type of coach that you actually need to give him a bit of time.
Okay.
Yes. Because he's the type of coach that goes into the club and basically runs everything from top to bottom.
Yeah.
If he can get that kind of support from the board of any club that he actually works into, he will do wonders. He didn't get that. He didn't get that support from Man U.
He did not. 9 months.
Right? So, as being an Evertonian, and he has managed Everton to whichever levels that we were previously. Of course, now Evertonians don't really like him because what he did when he went to Man U.
Okay.
But then again, being objective, he's the right kind of manager to put in a mid-level kind of club that requires to be built up from the ground up.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you can see the results from there.
Okay, lah. Because of what Hassan said, I forgive Pickford already.
and let's look
Hassan
at
is a reasonable man.
okay. Let's look at Mourinho.
Devastating. You were dominant, but then what happened?
Football, and of course I have to analyze the second half, and I have to do it internally. But for you, I prefer just to say that football happened, and I prefer to praise West Ham belief, because it's not easy to be losing 3-0 and to be, let's say, dominated, because we had the game under control. It's not easy to keep the belief. I knew.
There you go, Remy. You were laughing at them.
Football.
That must be devastating for Mourinho. Football happened, or did Spurs happen?
Classic Mourinho.
It's happened again. It's happened again. It's Spurs. It's happened again for them, right? And then before we touch again, Remy, on your perspective, all right, from your angle, let's look at your gaffer, how he celebrated that last goal. Wait, how was the celebration when the Lanzini goal rocketed in for you, Remy? How did you celebrate that goal?
Wow, that was like I think 1+ a.m. in the morning. I was shouting like man, and then my family member was like, "What happened? I mean, it's okay." And then I told them it's okay. Even police only will advise only. So I mean, it's really happy. I'm really happy. You see how Harry Winks' mistake that led to Lanzini goal. I mean, it's all this time for Lanzini to score. So, and secondly, right, that was the first time I see Moyes so passionate. The manager that I love most, as a West Ham coach, right, is Slaven Bilic. You can see Bilic, the most passionate West Ham fan. Manager. So he's really passionate. He gives his 100%. So when I saw Moyes like that, I was like, wow, I started to love him. Moyes in. Because before that, I was saying Moyes out. This is a standard West Ham fan.
I haven't seen Moyes
West Ham
jump
fan,
like that during Everton days. Serious.
and again, I just want to quickly upset the tie quite a bit. I know you guys are in a pompous mood, but your captain, man, right now, Remy, Mark Noble, right? So there are a lot of talks of him not making into the squad. Could it be because of his outbursts against the club? Remember when you guys actually released one of your wonder kid to West Brom? Is it like he's being embroiled in this another Ozil situation? I would say, of course, this is not of lesser magnitude. But what do you make of your captain right now? Is seemingly right now he's being ostracized.
There's no other legends or loyal Mr. West Ham except for Mark Noble. He's a legend to me. Will always be a legend. West Ham fans love him so much. But the thing is that this is football, right? You got to move on. I believe Moyes will use him for cup tie game, not for Premier League. You see, but because not because he's old. He's 33. Okay, to be fair. But the thing is that his form he's not consistent nowadays. It's up and down. It's up and down. So yes. I have no problem for Noble being benched, but the thing is that Noble should retire wearing West Ham jersey, not going anywhere.
Right. And Lawrence, I just want to hear from you, your captain.
Okay. I think Moyes is a good manager. He's very clear of which are the best players you need for the game, including the reserves. Right. So there's no place of sentiment. Right. Right now, in the way West Ham is playing, where they bang on pace on the wings. Right, and we need people who move the ball forward quickly. Noble is a good defensive midfielder. He'll kick the ball sideways, control the game. But West Ham not playing the game anymore. West Ham is pushing the ball, counter-attacking game. So you need a player who can counter-attack quite fast. So Noble in a sense don't fit the system. And also partly because Rice now has taken over Noble's role as a defensive midfielder. And Rice have better qualities. You ask me from Noble's perspective, I think as a captain, he is ready to play that role because in the dressing room, he is still considered the captain of the club, although he's not playing. So I don't think there's any animosity of Noble towards the manager of the players. The team spirit is still there, except that his role becomes more like a mentor. I don't like the way George shake his head, but that might it's okay.
and quickly, staying on Declan
Very
Rice.
sensitive.
And Remy, I just want you to quickly lay this down. How long the Hammers actually see Declan Rice staying on? Because again, there were really concrete talks about him moving to the West London, right, to Chelsea. What do you make of this guy? Next big
you
thing
see,
for West Ham.
to be honest, right, it's very hard to see England regular playing for West Ham. Very
True.
hard. I'm not so sure. It is what it is. So for now, Rice is in the 11, starting 11 and playing for West Ham. What's the big deal? Rice should stay on. I mean, if he goes to Chelsea, there's a lot of competition, you see.
Mhm.
I doubt so he was. I doubt so he will play every week. You see, week in, week out. So the thing is that he's playing first 11 for England and he's the captain for West Ham. What more he wants?
Okay.
West Ham already gave him a big, huge paycheck. So I guess, yeah.
Okay, so for me, I think is that by making Rice a captain is very important to tell him that the whole team is revolving around him as a captain.
Yeah.
The only question right now, because Rice is a Chelsea fan at heart, so it's something that you can't measure in terms of money. And so if a Chelsea fan at heart and Chelsea comes for you, very difficult for him to turn the opportunity down. Now, if he does go and leave West Ham make sure go and start Chelsea's money blood all the way, because at the end of the day, West Ham has a good future. You can revolve around Chelsea, but the reality is that if Chelsea needs him, his heart is still Chelsea. I mean, that's reality. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. And so right now, I just want to quickly, before we release both Remy and also Lawrence, unfortunately, we would love to have more of them, but not to worry, Remy and Lawrence. Probably we'll slot you guys in a Monday show. All right.
Yeah.
For
I would love to have that. Yeah.
Yeah, for West Ham would treat Manchester City nil game. Yeah, okay.
But quickly, I just want you all to take on the review for Man City against West Ham. We'll start off first with Remy. What do you make of the match for City and also your team, West Ham? Another place on the horizon.
I mean, to be honest, I know this game that we're not gonna win, but if we draw, it's considered a bonus. It's not easy to beat Man City, but the ball is round, so I was hoping that at least draw is considered a win to us. So yes, at least a point.
And
Fair enough.
for yourself, Lawrence, right now, confidence must be sky high.
Let me be said here. West Ham will beat Manchester City.
Oh,
Because I see the way Manchester City play and the way West Ham play, Manchester City don't have strong defense.
Okay.
Our Antonio plus the wingers will outrun the flank and we will create opportunities to score those goals. As long as our defense hold firm, I'm confident we will win by 1-0 or 2-1. So Monday, you see Lawrence, you go to Scorpio and buy now, okay? Don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
For Manchester City to win, I guarantee you.
Let's go.
Gambling is haram.
He is moving back and forth. Lucky Lawrence is not within his side. You know, I think Lawrence is some But really, this is your time. This is the perfect platform because, of course, in Napshot Studio, we always make that pledge to bring forth all these, again, the non-traditional fans who does not belong in that bubble of the top 6, people like Hassan, Lawrence, also Remy. But then again, we want to hear from Remy and the Singapore Irons, man. Tell us more about it, the year that it was being founded. What's the strength right now? How massive of a support does the Hammers enjoy in Singapore? And how do they get in touch with you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Singapore Iron was founded not by me, by our captain, our founder Faris. Then we have our own captain Taufik. Then followed by a lot of captains at the team. Everyone is a captain. So
Captain, or you mean like a military captains?
Captain
we are a bunch of happy people. We are bunch of I mean, from youngest to the oldest. I think the oldest player we have like 50 plus 60 Gordon Go Bunchai. So that's my
right.
Yes. So the thing is that it was founded on 2015. I was not there because as a humble West Ham fan, I didn't know that West Ham exists in Singapore. But 2016 when I get to know West Ham, so what I did was because I'm a founder of a football team, a multiracial football team, Chipil FC. So we look at our Facebook, Instagram. So the thing is that when I saw this West Ham, I know that okay, they need something. So I organized friendly games against a lot of clubs like Everton, Liverpool. A lot of friendlies we actually organized, we arranged. Then on top of that, why you guys, maybe you guys, I mean, picture me as a model because I always promote West Ham. To me, West Ham is it's part of me beside my wife. You see,
Way of life.
so the thing is that it's way of life. So the thing is that
if not sleep after today.
the best part, I'm the goal machine for the team. So I'm the team goal top scorer. And
Can you for them?
we have a lot of videos actually. You go to our my Facebook or Instagram, you can see a lot of videos about West Ham.
I'm gonna follow you tonight, bro.
Yeah. So the thing is that thank God when I see anyone outside the street wearing West Ham jersey, hey bro, are you West Ham fan? You know that kind of so excited because we are rare. So that is how West Ham founded. And the good thing about us is that everyone's happy playing together. We have a football team, we have fans also, but the thing is that everyone is under one group chat. So we play football and at the same time also we talk about match day. Okay. So we are really bunch of happy people. We are not hooligans. That's why we are peaceful.
Peaceful. But you're a peaceful hooligan. So that does not make sense at all. That is all contradicting.
Yeah.
It's like you ask for Milo ice, but hot Milo actually comes to you.
Beauty.
And Lawrence, for again, this is the perfect time for you. We all love the energy, the feel that you actually feel today. How we wish, right, Joe? When we reach Lawrence's beautiful prime age, we will still be as happy and jumpy as he is right now.
Yeah.
Your word prime a lot meaning a loaded statement. Macam itu medium rare or rare.
Medium rare is always the best.
Definitely not well done yet. But
no, okay, I think the key thing is about me is that I like what I say West Ham. I tell you, my moods swings on the weekend. When West Ham win, I feel great. When West Ham lose, I feel depressed. That is a true fan. I mean, through thick and thin, rain or shine, you follow the team, and we are proud as what Remy said. We are really your true blue football fan, regardless of how well the team does. You support them. I can't say that for Manchester United fan. I can't say that for Liverpool fan. Honestly speaking, because they always win. The time they don't win, I feel very, very frustrated. For us, it's our life, no? We grew up like that, right? And that to us characterizes our resilience, resilience. Yeah.
We are marriage material.
Yeah.
Okay. They are marriage material until they do this, Joe.
Until they do this, they are not marriage material, bro.
Already, this one cannot marry. Every day
They kena hammer, bro. They kena hammer, bro. They kena hammer by the wife. They go down all the way.
But then again, guys, we really, really love the passion that is flowing out of your body, man. Both Lawrence and Remy, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys making it on board. I'm very, very sure, Joe, we will see more of them coming soon.
Definitely.
But
Huge honor to have you, Remy and Lawrence. Huge honor to have you guys on board with us.
Thank you so much.
We shall get in touch very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Don't forget 3-3, 3-3.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. All right, great. So that's done. Okay, Hassan, you stay with us first because we're going to go through the big one. But before we do with you, we got to bring in the guy. This guy, he's supposed to be neutral, Joe.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks, when he entered, he was playing guitar.
Yeah.
He was playing the guitar. The Malay call it guitar tong. Guitar tong.
He was singing songs.
He was singing Let It Be.
And he was sad.
I told him, Joe, you better be careful because if the result against Everton is not favorable for your cause, it will become Let It Go from Frozen. It's no longer be from the Beatles. So,
Let It Go.
Let It Go. So,
Let it go.
the neutral guy, the guy who bottled the prediction, because I remember when Jordan Henderson was supposed to get that winning goal, he straight away texted me. Hello, bro. How? How Lian in Hokkien. And then after that, only for it to be called offside. So, Joe, right now, without further ado, let's bring
him in.
The legend himself.
I want to know how he's coming in today. What up, man? Hey, let's just copyright issue.
Hey, who did this just now, dah?
Lawrence.
But kudos to West Ham. Yeah, man. Kudos to West Ham. 3-3, bro. You know?
Yeah, how have you been? Selangor today.
Yeah, man, Selangor today. Just to reiterate, I mean, just to let you know, I still have my Liverpool jersey with me.
You're ready.
Never doubt, but
You're ready for war today.
yeah, but because of what has been actually being so-called provided. See,
Kaki jersey. Kaki
Yeah.
jersey.
remember that we will be once gonna be getting our piece soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, for the crew, and
Alright.
also it will be great for us to actually be given this opportunity to actually support the local product here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. All right.
Beautiful. So maybe
Let's get on to the show.
And
I
maybe-
know what's the hot issue there. I can see Hassan already look like Oppa Gangnam Style also.
watch out. All right. Today, DQ off. Disqualification off today. Everything goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
We bring two of our guests because they've been waiting on right at the wing, really for probably last 20 minutes already. Because
Yep.
they are here to preview also two of the biggest, or rather one big match, a gigantic tie, a mammoth tie itself. It's United versus Chelsea. Let's introduce first the Chelsea guy. He's making his debut today. Let's bring on Mr. Joe 26. Joe, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Joe
Welcome,
meets
Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Joe, so sorry, man. So sorry to actually keep you waiting by the bay for so long.
Yes.
You gotta blame it on Uncle Lawrence, huh? Slightly longer than expected.
I'm entertained.
hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you're ready for this. All right. So just stay put. We're gonna review a couple of matches with you as well. And now we bring another guy. This guy, Joe. This guy is a second layer. He's a complete sensationalist. He's always saying stuff that people want to smash his head into. All right. So his brother.
I have an inside news for this. He's wearing a shirt. He's wearing a United jersey. He's indeed wearing a United jersey. But at the back is a name that lots of United fans are hating at the moment. Tris. When we are talking it, this is what he's doing. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, crap. Disaster is there, my friend.
No,
Welcome
he did it
aboard,
when he was drunk.
You gotta trust your captain. Trust your captain.
He was drunk when he got defeated. Right? So let's go, guys. We are ready. Let's all be a jury, all right, for this match. Because right now, the biggest match to be played, all right, in game week 5, and he has actually also contributed to the big one. The first one. It's so sad, man. It was supposed to be a good tie, right, Joe? It was supposed to be champions versus the current leader. It was supposed to be, again, a spectacle. But again, he was beaten and he was fired by so many contentious debate. And again, none bigger than this one. Hassan is now, right? First and foremost, let's talk about the performance from Everton. Because I'll go in first, Hassan. I thought you guys looked poor. It wasn't the Everton that was steaming roll past everybody throughout the 4 matches. You guys look slightly off colors that day. Would you agree?
Yes. I think it's a contribution of actually during the international week when our players actually have to leave for the international games, and our South American contingent were actually traveling quite far.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but then again, I was looking through the game in terms of tactics versus the player movements and everything else. Basically, we were overrun.
You were. Especially in the
We were
midfield.
overrun. Right? But surprisingly, we actually managed to get 2 goals back. So even though the performance was not there, the score was actually quite pleasing for us.
And no, I totally agree. Because Joe, I don't know whether you actually watched the game. I did for sure with my father-in-law, who's a big fanatic of Liverpool. Is it that Liverpool again? They were all dominating that day, but again, they also just simply contrived to give that lead away just by performing some comical defending. And again, this is really uncharacteristic from Liverpool. And Hassan, before we go on to the bigger talking point, which is unfortunately the tackle that has nothing to do with the result of the performance itself. Mayor, where I don't want you to be neutral for now. For now, I want you to be a Liverpool fan. Yes,
Yeah.
right? So when
Where-
they scored an early goal, that was the perfect shoe-in moment for Liverpool just to consolidate the victory, right? But that didn't happen.
Yep.
Again, your thoughts, your immediate thoughts about the performance of Liverpool.
Okay. I'm sure that looking at how actually Liverpool played that day itself, I look at it. They cannot contain money for sure.
Yep.
Everton cannot contain money. Money was really on fire, and with Thiago on providing passes, which is super passes. In fact, I tell you, he actually gave his all out with Henderson on the field as well.
Yep.
It was practically the midfields were outrun by Liverpool. I mean, Everton was nowhere to be there except for they really trying the best with the likes of James Rodriguez and also the runs of Richarlison, which is he was actually being carefully handled on the flank on the left flank, whereas Arnold also actually being overrun also by Richarlison a couple of times. He hit the ball, he hit the post. That's what we see as well. So, but he was frustrated and so on. They made him frustrated. I look at it as a Liverpool fan myself. Looking at the game itself, I can tell that Liverpool could actually win the game with a 3-1 score, like how our fellow friend Faris also mentioned. But unfortunately, with the silly defending as usual, Liverpool, when they got cocky a little bit at the back there, then after that, things don't go right for them. They concede the 2 goals, which is actually unnecessarily. Not even to me, it's not even a good attacking goal, which is one from the set piece of the corner, which is they actually got it back, headed by Michael Keane. Was it Keane? Yeah. It was a beautiful goal because they know that they can only get to it with that opportunity. Then from there, then I know that the confidence of Everton players built up, and actually they know how to play the game. But still, it was never a good sight to look at how Liverpool actually were defending.
Okay, perfect. And Joe, I want to push this to you again, Johan. We gotta draw a distinct line. Johan, 26, right? Joe, I'm very sure you watched the match before, the Liverpool and Everton. You got match.
I did not. I did not. I woke
straight up
up
Joe answer. Like,
and I saw all the tackle and everything. Wow, I mean that is horrible.
Especially this one.
Yeah.
The Richarlison one. That was a horrific tackle, man. If that was given, if that tackle was being planted onto a Chelsea player, what will be your reaction? The Richarlison one on Thiago Alcantara.
Actually, I missed this one, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, never mind. I'll give it to Christian. Again, role reversal. We switch the table around. If this was again one of your players, what will be your immediate reaction?
So I'm gonna say this: the Richarlison tackle was worse than the Pickford one because he really wanted to take out Thiago's leg. So I think if I were to see this on the pitch, I'll be very angry with the opposition player lah. And I think it's quite immature from Richarlison's from him as a player to do such a thing. I mean, you can really take out someone's career with the type of tackle. It's really straight to the back of his.
Yeah, man.
So straight rate lah. That one's straight rate. No questions.
I guess
this is it.
Yes.
Yeah, straight rate. Disgusting.
Yeah, it looks terrible, right? With the different offered.
There you go, Joe.
Hassan, Dirty Richarlison. Do you agree with that moniker? Dirty Richarlison.
When was the last time that he actually got a red card?
I think it was against
anyone of you know?
Against Bournemouth, right?
Yeah. And it was for a silly reaction as an attempted hit, but after that, you didn't get a lot. Richarlison basically plays. He's our talisman. He's a player that actually runs up and down the pitch trying to get the balls.
Okay.
Right. In all the games, you can see him running up and covering Lukadin like nobody's business. Right. So, being that he's that kind of player who's always hunting for the ball, right? He does go a bit enthusiastic sometimes, over enthusiastic, right? But again, he has also apologized and said it wasn't intentional.
Sure.
Right? He was busy chasing the ball, but then again, you can see the frustration when he actually made the tackle.
Okay.
Right? So, being an Evertonian, I have to be a bit neutral here.
All right.
Right?
Sure.
But then again, the reaction was an overreaction as usual.
But all right, if that was an overreaction, then let's go to the crux of it, right? The one that has split social media. Wow.
Move on lah, move on. They crying every day, bro. They crying every day.
For the past 5 days.
Every single day.
Let's start with
Let's show a much better one, bro. Let's show them a more visual list. This.
Do you have that, Joe?
Oh, look at the knee.
Extended.
And also, I just want to take this on. Tristan, sorry if this is breach of trust.
Yep. No, that's me, man.
This was Tristan, all right? Tell me, where was the reaction? Always the victims, all right? Tristan, now it's your time. I know you got a lot for you.
Let's go.
So, let's try to let's not be objective when you speak about Liverpool. But hey, this is an all-fan show. Go for it, man.
This football tackles happen. Okay, tackles happen. Liverpool players have done so much worse, and we don't see the media totally like, wow, the world gonna die like that. Like 2020, the whole world gonna crash down. Even worse than COVID, you know the reaction. I cannot take it. I really cannot take it. Oh my god. Just look. Okay, just you bring out the picture. You see the Mane's tackle onto Edison's face, right? Absolutely tearing his face off, basically. That one. 2-3 days already, everyone get over it. This one, wow, it's been how long since the game already? Everyone's still crying got petition all change VAR change this, change that. Just move on. Yes, I am sorry. I'm sorry. Van Dijk's out for a damn long time. He's a damn good player. I feel bad also, but it's football. Just carry on Don't need to change the whole universe because of one bad tackle
Yeah. I smell some charcoal burning from my other side of Malaysia though. Is that haze or is it just
there's no haze, there's no fire, bro. Mayor.
Mayor. Where I want you to come in, all right? You can put on your Liverpool cap if you want to, although you're wearing a khaki jersey. But all right, I'll give it my thought first, Joe. Right, just to be fair, here. I thought it was really a horrible tackle. It was clumsy at best.
Yes, clumsy.
But the visceral reaction that we all hear and read from, I don't think that's really needed, man. Everybody gets injured in one point of their career, but they made it so overly dramatic that right now the game should be changed and the rules should all revolve around that one silly tackle. Mayor,
Mayor, hold your thoughts, Mayor. Before you even go, I think you should let Joe. Bro, you have seen the image. I think you want to say something about this. Do you think Pickford? So the whole story is Pickford did this challenge. The refs did nothing. The game moved on. Van Dijk went out for injured, and that's it. He got an ACL torn. That's an after story. Do you think Pickford should have gotten a red card for that?
If you look at the VAR, I think yes. But I think during the game, it happened so fast. Maybe that's the reason why the ref missed it. Yeah, and it is clearly shown it's very horrible when you do it in a slow-mo, So yeah, I mean, if you ask me, it's a straight rate. Yeah.
It's a straight rate. Okay. Now, Mayor, your turn. Come on. I see you.
Okay. It is okay. My point of view is very simple. It is overhyped about all the news. Like most of you are thinking that these medias and Liverpool fans, disgruntled with regards of the tackle, get on with it. Or yes, of course, getting on with it. My point from there was not about the tackle. My point of it is actually since day one when I started with Napshot, I mentioned with regards of the refereeing and the VAR.
Okay.
Okay, if they don't know how to use it, don't use it. I mentioned it before. Thai League, Super Thai League, use it better than FA. I got to put it as another point. And the inconsistency, inconsistency of them refereeing and going to refer it to VAR. Then after that, checking it again, then wait. Okay, fine. Then after that, I say, okay, it's not going to become out a decision that will be what call it on Liverpool side. Okay, fair enough. The goal offside or whatever, okay, good is good enough. There's no malice, nothing. I don't hate Everton. I don't hate Jordan Pickford because he tackled or because yes, I mentioned that. Oh yeah, because he's an English player. Yes, okay, they don't want to take him up. Fine, put it all aside. The whining, the grunts, or whatever they want to say, but the inconsistency of the referee. When you say that you are going to the first few matches you can see referees got the call from the VAR. Where did they go? They go to go and check whether it's offside. I'm not talking about the tackle on Van Dijk.
Yeah.
It's about the decision of being offside, right? He said that Van Dijk offside. Okay, so they listen only, then they say okay, offside, fine. But there's no follow-up, you see? There's no follow-up by the referees or going out to the side of the touchline and check, okay, fine, offside. But the reason why he didn't do that, I don't know why. And also, here comes the next one that I'm sure that you're going to mention about Hendo's goal. Mane was offside. There was no check also.
Okay, all right, and I got to stop you there, right? Just
Okay.
taking the Pickford issue, all right?
Mhm.
Again, that is the biggest ball of potential right now. I just want to put in another hypothesis. If let's say, for example, BVD did not get injured, so again, assuming Pickford bundled into him, and then he got out, he ran back to his position, nothing happened. Would we still be listening to the same noise here?
Yes, they will. They will say that the way how he actually tackled. I'm just saying that because the way how he tackled. But it will not be this long.
Okay.
The duration will not be this long. I have to
Alright.
admit it. I'm a Liverpool fan myself. Yes. I'm not talking about the tackle only. I'm talking about the consistency. If you put it this way, like, okay, he's offside, fine, check, done. Okay, the tackle is next. That's why they said they go into stages. Referee given the referee blow the whistle, okay, because he's offside. Okay, check. Offside, fine. Second, the tackle. That's the second issue. That's another issue. You brought up the picture of Sadio Mane stamping the face of Ederson. Yes, it is a red card offense. If you look at it,
Yep.
right? Okay. Look at the picture that Ederson actually being footed on his left.
And that was the only picture right now that has actually warranted a red card, because the one that Keita gave, the one that Trent Arnold gave, and the one that Robertson gave did not get them any kind of
Red card. Yeah, exactly. So you are mentioning here actually that, oh, why are they whining so much that Liverpool has actually done this before? I brought an issue before about the situation. If you're talking about a red card issue and offense, somebody who's actually ending somebody else's career, then I don't agree with it.
Okay.
Because remember, okay, you putting it as on this as an issue. Remember the tackle of Roy Keane to Alf Inch Haaland, who break his leg and after that end his career.
Yeah, of course, we all remember that. Yeah.
But did Roy Keane still play after that? Still play, carry on with it. We are only talking about red card offense, dangerous tackle, leg breaking tackle, fine. Red card, serve your red card ban, done. Go on with it. The one that they are whining about, these Liverpool fans, of course, there's no justice has been done.
Okay. And push to Hassan on this. Hassan, right now, you must be rubbing your hands together, man. First and foremost, I want to play devil's advocate here. Right? All right, this time I want to be on the Liverpool's end. Of course, you would understand right now why the tirade of a polemic remark that is now ongoing in social media, especially calling for the head of David Coot and also the petition. Because why? There is one really good rhetoric in this, Hassan. If, let's say, because according to the referee, he did not see it, it was during that short burst of time, and then he completely missed out on this incident on Pickford, right? Then the Liverpool mentioned, if it was, again, a reaction by VVD, let's say, for example, he retaliated, that would have definitely, again, resulted in the referee this time heading over to VAR, and I'm very, very sure he will brandish a red card for him. What do you make of that?
I mean, it's already been 5 days since that horror tackle, as they like to call it. first and foremost, I would like to understand the referee actually did see the incident, right? The VAR checked for the offside.
Yep.
So at the end of all this whining and moaning, no retroactive ban for Pickford.
Yeah.
Right? And it was not checked only by the referee, it was not only checked by the VAR, it was also checked by PGMOL.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't have all the angles, right? What we see is based on what the cameras were showing. One angle, he went in.
Yeah, facts.
So, PGMOL, I'm very, very sure, watched 360.
Okay.
Right? So, there was a picture that actually came out, I think, about 3 days after the incident, on the opposite angle. Right? The opposite angle. Everybody knows that slow-mo looks horrible.
It does, yeah.
For this case, you can see when actually VVD went in, he was going up starts high.
Okay.
So Pickford being the person, clumsy, I don't know what to say, panicky kind of goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Most probably he jumped.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Yeah, at the side of it, yeah.
Yeah. So when he jumped right at the end, he actually went into a scissors motion, but you see the point of contact on VVD's leg to where Pickford's actual body part that actually hit. It was actually his balls. I'm not sure you want to end someone's careers with your balls. How?
I have the image here, Hassan. I think this is the one you're referring to,
It
right?
seems like Pickford has balls of steel, man.
The balls of steel. Trying to end somebody's career with balls of steel.
but
that being a joke, as far as I'm concerned, it was a very clumsy attempt to stop a goal. Right? I think there was an analysis by Rob Green, a former goalkeeper, yesterday, if I'm not wrong. Right? He actually came on a show, did an analysis of what Pickford was maybe thinking at that time, and it shows very clearly that Pickford was actually looking at the ball.
Yep.
Right to the end part when he suddenly realized, oops, I can't reach the ball.
Okay. And my balls had to get stuck in.
And my ball's got to go and break someone's leg.
Right. Sure.
Right? So, to me, it was a reckless challenge, clumsy, right? But it doesn't deserve all this vitriol.
True, yeah, true. And look, it's a bad tackle from Pickford. It's not the first and it won't be the last. Unfortunately, it happens on the mighty VVD and thus the noise. True. And Liverpool, for the longest time, is really well documented, whether you agree or not. They are the English media darling, the biggest darling for England.
Let me give a good example. On the same match itself, right before this tackle, there was 2 fouls that was made by VVD. One was on James. The other one, a few minutes later, was on DCL. Right? The one tackle that he did on James was actually also a scissors kick.
On the back.
Yeah, it was also a scissors kick. One, it was given as a normal foul. And what's the result? Right now, James is also injured.
Wow. No noise for that.
Oh no. Just quiet.
Just quiet.
That's what I said the other day.
You want to say that VVD is an angel? Oh, for God's sakes. The tackle he did on Mertens, and the statement that he came out with after the tackles on Mertens, basically, I'm sorry to say, he deserves it back.
Okay, all right.
It's
getting heated. Amor Zaman, the issue is prolonged. The fact that the VAR is just inconsistent in England. Pickford didn't even touch the ball at all. And we've seen clumsy tackles get carded at least. For goodness sake, United received a penalty after the final whistle. That's how inconsistent VAR is.
Marcel got a red card for touching Lamella's face. I touched my wife's face also. I also don't get a red card, bro.
and we want to ask our guest right now, Johan. You are smiling. You know, right now you'll be telling yourself, "I'm glad I was not involved in this match." But what do you think of VAR and its current application?
Rubbish. VAR is rubbish. Like I mean, I agree with what Mayor's point just now. I think he mentioned it all. I mean, it's been very inconsistent week in, week out. You know, And like Hassan, I think we Chelsea fans also just keep quiet only. You know, we also kena many times, but we also just keep quiet only. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
We are all victims of VAR.
And John, what
Yeah.
the noise right now? It has hit almost crescendo, man. When it comes to Liverpool fans and their whole entire outrage, like it's ban football. Football should stop, for goodness sake.
No. Ban Richarlison and ban Pickford until VVD recovers. Oh my god! Every other horror tackle, suddenly you got nobody else playing football.
That is sounds to me that a little bit way too much lah. That's way too much. As a Liverpool fan, that's ridiculous. It's just that my point basically is it was a mistimed tackle. Okay, it's either red card or not. That it depends on the referee. But my point, basically, simple fact, there was no consistency of checking. That's all that that's a simple. So there's no what do you call that? I don't have the ground. In fact, people ask, oh, why this? But to the point of after that incident, everything all goes on. The games all goes on well. We had a 2-2, and that was the last minute. And here comes the offside thing, which is Anwar asked me to hold on to it. So that's the only part that I don't understand. See, that is where I actually got I blow the top because of.
Let's quickly get to this.
I just said okay. The inconsistency becoming from bad to worse.
Oh, but no, I agree. And this is where, Joel, I completely agree. Like I mentioned, I caught the game, and when the result, or rather when that call was being made, I'm sorry, Hassan, I'm going to call a spade a spade. I felt sick to the stomach, man, because I saw no wrong in that goal. It was perfectly legal goal, legitimate. But that again, this is from my opinion, Hassan. I know you are now doing that little Scarface of yours. Tristan,
it was miles offside.
The biggest detractor right now. The offside call, Tristan. Surely this is again up in the air, right, for discussion, Tristan, for the offside.
All these 1 cm can make a difference in getting a goal, man. I also feel quite bad for Liverpool fans. I feel like that should have been a goal, lah.
Yeah, true.
Like, when I was watching the game with my brother, and when I saw the thing, when I saw the frame right before the VAR was checked, right, I told my brother, wow, VAR confirm check, confirm no goal.
Yeah.
Then I wait 2 minutes later, wow, really never call. So, do you have to give some sort of margin for, I wouldn't say error, but when it comes to 1 to 2 cm, should we really be counting that? It kind of ruins the game.
Tristan, the thing is, with VAR and what they are doing with technologies and stuff, 360 and everything, there's no room for mistakes, you know. There's no margin for mistakes. That's the thing. You see, you are supposed to get ready, but at the end of the day, humans make the final decision, and they are the ones who make the error. This is the part that actually I don't understand. Why do you need VAR if you actually can make the decision on your own?
And
for VAR, I'm not too sure about this. For VAR, how they're explaining how VAR actually measures an offside is how do I say it? The picture that you guys show is from one angle,
okay,
right?
Yep.
And it kind of looks not really there, here and there. But then when the VAR application, if I'm not wrong, they don't take that one angle. They actually do take from the top as well.
Okay.
Right? And they collate that into a line, which is equal distance to the touchline. Right? We have not seen any pictures showing that angle.
Okay, so what Hassan said, right? So let me bring this. I'll bring this up from NBA. I'm just gonna take it from another sport because I watch NBA a lot. So NBA has this thing called the every game, right? After every game, the referees association will release the last 3 minutes of the game. That's when the game is the most heated.
Yep.
That's when they will go through every single call, and then it's basically transparency between fans, the organization, and the players. So they will explain to you every call, and when they get it wrong, they tell you they get it wrong.
Okay.
The thing that's wrong with VAR and basically whatever's happening in the Premier League is that the referees don't take ownership, and we don't know we don't have proof that the call has been made correctly or wrongly.
True.
So it's always that. Wow, you sure or not? You sure or not? Where's the proof?
Okay, I'm not contesting anything on about the game, Hassan. Which is you said that okay, it was taken from the top. Okay, just that on that particular match itself, the referee itself during the game and at the end of the game, he shows an uncertainty kind of like face. Should I make the call or not? He has that look. I
think
to be honest.
Oh God, it's Liverpool. The amount of noise I'm going to get.
Yeah,
but he made that call. You see, so whether he's supposed to actually give that call or not, he was like thinking, did I make the right call or did I make the wrong call? Okay, I just try my best to keep up the call, and after that, let's see what media is going to say right now. So that's how I look at it. But he does give that kind of look. It's just that
Hassan, maybe you want to chime in again for this one.
Yeah, again, I said that Michael Oliver is actually rated as the best referee in the Premier League right now. To have that kind of face, I'm pretty sure he was not thinking about the game. He was thinking about reaction after the game.
The reaction.
Probably thinking what is going to happen after this.
Yeah. What's going to happen? Death threats? It's Liverpool after all.
Yeah, I mean, wow! Judging by again the overreaction from social media, some of them are really overly disparaging, and they are also sending threats, Joel, to
overhype.
I can chime in with the VAR comments. See, fellas, I watch rugby. In rugby, we use VAR all the time. Every minute, every second, VAR is being used.
Yep.
So how VAR is being used, it was actually introduced. It was in rugby, and that's why it was moved forward to football. They thought that they can do this through video technology. Correct. So what happens is, in rugby, we do get the calls wrong at times.
Okay.
We do get the calls wrong at times, but we are able to check back. And the referee sees the video all the time. That is the key to VAR. The referee on the pitch gets to see the video for every incident, regardless of what is it. It can be a mild offside. It can be a mild penalty call. He gets to see the video. But the thing in football is the ref has to go to quite a distance to go to a small TV and then look at it. In rugby,
you should carry
the whole TV.
The ref does not make a decision to actually go and see it again. Normally, if I'm not wrong, the VAR,
the
VAR referee will recommend him to go and take another look.
That's the inconsistency part. You see, Tristan mentioned with regards of basketball, right? The last final 3 minutes, they have this system that they look at the technology, or they have that technology at the last 3 minutes, very intense. Because the foul, the rebound, whatever that they look at it. In tennis, they have the Hawkeye.
Oh, so everybody coming up with one spot. Johan?
The Hawkeye, which is the one that is Hassan was mentioning, which is why didn't they, if they want to make it clear, use
they should explain it. They should explain it.
That's what my contest to this issue is.
It's not hard. The FA can just release like a article. Okay, these are the calls made throughout the game. These are the reasons. Then at least you can explain it to the fans. Now we are all in just like question mark. Is that
question mark every now and then, every game, not only on the Liverpool game. Okay, now I'm talking as a neutral, not as a Liverpool fan. I look at it as it can happen to all the teams like that, and it has been happening.
Yes,
it has been happening. You need to put your foot in and say, we just talked about this couple of episodes ago. I said, the referee is stamping their foot. I guess this is what they are doing. They ran to the thing, although it is not a serious offense. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this kind of situation, these types of games, you must look into it, which is a very, very so-called good resources that you can refer to. You have Hawkeye, you have what do you call that, the VAR, so they can so-called discuss about it.
All right.
So
the ultimate point is the ref has to be the one who makes the ultimate decision. And
not
the VAR makes the decision for the ref, and then he gets to call it no. That shouldn't be the way. I think Premier League is getting this wrong.
Yeah, no, true. I totally agree with you, brother. And this is why Alexander actually asked, guys, question. If we were to remove VAR right now and the game goes back to how it used to be, again, would you guys not flip and ask for it to be restored when your team suffered from...
No.
Oh.
VAR is good. VAR is just not used properly.
You didn't use it properly. When you have the technology and system, you got to be very precise about making the call. because you have the technology.
There is nothing wrong.
What's the difference between the application of VAR in the Premier League versus the application of VAR in the other European leagues?
That's why, you see?
Why do we not have so
The same.
much controversy
Yes,
there?
right.
Yeah.
It's obviously used properly in other leagues. That's why we don't get so much noise. What? Wow.
That's why. This combination won't happen if it's like it is so-called everybody doing the same thing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is all ruled and governed by FIFA. There you go.
Okay, and let me restore parity back right into this hotly debated issue. I think the reason why VAR, call it offside, because of it, he never shaved lah, Mane. Then
I don't remember thinking, does Mane really has hair on his arm?
there you go, Joel. He never shaved that day. He forgot. He completely missed out on this. That's why.
That picture proves he was miles offside.
Let's throw the question to Joe. So, looking at this image, Joe, do you think it's an offside?
Which one? You guys ask Joe. Got 3 images, bro. The top one, the middle one, or the last one?
Whichever, Joe. Whichever you feel like it. I mean, in your own words, Joe, talk to us about this offside.
The last one, I cannot think.
No, I think this is ridiculous. I mean, if I'm a Liverpool fan, right? Yeah. I'll be making so much noise as well. But VAR is fun. You know, if it goes our way, it saves my day. It saves my team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, true.
Right?
Why not?
So, I don't know. I mean, the FA have to use it properly. You know, consistency.
Correct, bro. Yeah, consistency. And I think the only mistake that again FA and the referee has actually committed, they did not leave behind the perfect playbook for the referee, so that they can just govern the match in accordance to the perfect setting. Because right now, every decision is calamitous. Every decision is always up for a debate, and it's not healthy, man. Especially when it goes against you, right? But Hassan, apart from all these controversies right now, you guys are still unbeaten right now. So let's go through, Hassan, before we let you go for the preview. First and foremost, right now, still unbeaten. What do you make of Everton's next game? Let me just get this up, the visual. Southampton, right?
Southampton, away.
What do you make of this?
Okay, Southampton had a good game with Chelsea.
Against Chelsea.
But then again, we are missing a few key players. Richarlison, obviously, three games, and now we just got the news from Ancelotti's pre-match conference. Even our James is also injured out, including our captain as well, who went off in the game as well.
Okay.
So 3 key players that are gone. And based on what the game was during the match in Liverpool, actually, it seems everyone was a bit lethargic and not on the game.
Yeah, it was leggy, man.
So now with the amount of players that we are going to be missing, James obviously was
just a big blow, right?
So it'd be very interesting to see, but I'm still gunning for a win.
A win, all right. And again, before we let Hassan go for this, like I mentioned, I just want to iron everything out nicely so that Hassan leave today's session with a clear conscience, right?
There's 3 steps, Rob, isn't there? Is it offside? Is it a penalty? Is there further sanction? So what they've done is it a penalty? Well, it is a penalty. So you've got to go back and check if it's offside. They check the offside. It is offside, so that negates a penalty. So I think what they've done, they've gone back from step 2 to step 1. Obviously, step 1 eliminates step 2, and it got overlooked to go to step 3, which it should have done, and we all know it should have been a red card. But it was just a human error, Rob, and that's all we can do is apologise for it. There's nothing more you can say. It was just the process went backwards to go forwards, and that stopped at step 2 and didn't go to step 3. Simple as that.
Wait,
1, 2, 3, 2.
Is Dermot an actual official that is speaking on behalf of PMGOL? No, he's not. He's a pundit. He's just brought in as an expert referee. Blah blah blah. It is his opinion as well.
Yeah.
And again, they are all entitled, right? That's their prerogative to do how they want it.
Unless it comes out from the official sources who are deciding against all of this, then I'll take it as what they say. But then again, no retroactive ban.
Everton,
They will never explain it. They will never explain it to the fans.
It's right. But Hassan, right now, before I let you go, in terms of your title ambition, is now even one game closer, because in 2015, everybody ruled out Leicester. 5,000 to 1 was the odd. They say this could never happen. It could never happen. Lo and behold, the Fox went on to win the coveted silverware. Are you guys dreaming right now of it?
Okay, first and foremost, Leicester, they had a monk blessing them, and there you go.
Who was the manager back then?
They had a monk, then there you go. But then
Claudio Ranieri,
the owner.
And who's the manager right now for Everton?
Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti.
And both are
Two different
ex-Chelsea.
Yeah, you had never seen one he come in, pop, two.
So, what the Evertonians are actually thinking about? We're just enjoying the moment.
Okay.
We are not saying that, whoa, we are going to win the title this year.
Okay.
This is our year. No, hell no.
Not yet, not yet.
No, it's not about not yet. It's Evertonians being the last time we won actually a cup was about 25 years ago. So we're just pretty much enjoying the ride right now.
Okay.
Even to the point that I am actually on this show just to enjoy the ride as well.
And true, right? If it wasn't for their current or their current golden moment, nobody, no other big channels or other footballing channels would call up an Everton fan to come on. So this is the perfect renaissance period for Hassan and his whole Everton fan base. But Hassan, it's really a pleasure to have you. I'm very, very sure we have more of you, right, Joel? This guy must have. Every time must have. He goes by the name of Papa Bear. I want people to call you out so they know who you are on Facebook.
Oh, no. you put the face to the name. Oh,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence. More to come, buddy. More to come. We'll speak to you soon. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So that's done. Okay. May happy? Settled?
It's a long time already. This is like overhyped, like you mentioned before. So it's just that
So let's
on
go.
with it. Yeah, good.
Sorry. Now let's go on to the big one. Sorry to cut you there. Right now, the biggest of all, you cannot get any bigger. The match between Fraser and Joe 26. Of course, John Terry's number. Is that your biggest idol right now, Joe?
Forever. Now and tomorrow and forever.
Oh, Captain Action, John Terry. And you know, right, John, there was one time Arsene Wenger tried to steal John Terry right under your nose. But Claudio Ranieri didn't want to let him go because he said that John Terry actually comes from Mars. Bloody hell. If not, we have gotten it. That was the only thing Ranieri did for Chelsea. Or to not sanction that skill. But anyway, let's go first of all. We go with Johan first. Chelsea, the form is quite erratic to say the least, especially the defensive act. But then, hey, it was an impressive stalemate, I would say. Really good clean sheet by Chelsea against Sevilla. But right now, first and foremost, what do you make of the current state of affairs when it comes to Chelsea defensive woes?
I think there's a lot of things that Lampard should work on. I mean, defensively, we are still, sorry to say, fucked up. Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you mention about the Sevilla yesterday's game, the only positive thing is the clean sheet.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't believe in it's because Mendy started yesterday. You know, people always bash Kepa for all the mistakes. Yeah, there are a few, laps, and Kepa is you guys know he has a nickname right now, Kepa.
What is his name? Tell us. You the fan.
Kepa Abacadabra. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's fucked up, but
and what do you think of the situation?
I think I think we've always been lack of leadership at the back. You know, Thiago Silva proved that I think he can lead. You know, if you watch yesterday's game, I think you'll never see. I mean, that's when experience come in. You know, he signaled Mendy to pump the ball up. I think so far he's the only person. No nonsense, no play from the back. You know, after what happened in Southampton, yeah. You know, for Lampard, I think there's a difference between, you know, making an identity for the team and finding a solution. There's a two difference. You know, I think it's more onto our defense.
Defense.
Defense. You know, Zuma has been inconsistent. I'm not sure why Tomori is not still being benched. Yeah.
And right now, is there a way, because you know now United, they are coming off really good form. This is really not a good time to be playing United, especially again that height in Paris. How do you sustain your rear guard, man, to make sure that you come out unscathed out of this matchup?
You know, actually, right, next match, Manchester. I don't. If you ask me, I have to be honest. I'm not gonna expect a win. A draw would be good.
Okay.
Of course, we don't want. I mean, of course, we Chelsea fans wants to win, but I have to be realistic. You know, Manchester. They won Newcastle. That's a booster. You know, you need that booster, and then you go to Paris, and you done it again. And then what's next?
Chelsea?
Yeah. So home at Old Trafford.
Yeah, complete Holy Trinity.
So yeah. It's gonna be very tough for us. Yeah. But you know, home away now doesn't make a difference because there's no fans. You know, for me there's no fans. But I think with the current form, if you compare with Man U and Chelsea, Man U have the slightest edge lah.
Okay, all right. And then let's push it now, Joel, to Tristan. Tristan waiting eagerly right now. The prophet, he calls himself a prophet. Nice Rashford's goal. All right, so right now, from a normal football fan to now a self-proclaimed prophet, Tristan going into this match, confidence sky high, good result. You guys did it again. Like I mentioned, they even caught, remember I told you in the message, they caught AWB at the airport, emptied his pocket. Mbappe was inside, human trafficking. So he might not feature for the match. But Tristan, in all seriousness, how do you view this match, again, as a United fan?
I am so confident. So confident. Okay, but knowing United, consistency is not our forte lah. You know, we like to screw up after riding the roller coaster all the way up, you know, then come crashing down. But I think this will be a repeat of the two past results in the Premier League.
Wow.
I know we have a Chelsea fan here, but I think we will go in guns blazing. Same system as what we did with PSG. We could have easily won PSG 6. I think, Joel, you watched the game, could have easily won 5-6 goals. It's because Rashford decided to run the ball and pass it to the Keylor Navas instead of shooting it. I really, really hope that we'll do well. I know Chelsea's attack is quite scary. With Werner guns blazing, and we have Luke Shaw, we have Lindelof, we have Maguire, who are capable of nonsense at the back. but crap defense versus crap defense, United with a better attack, I think we will win this game 3-1. I see the mistake. I see the mistake coming at the back lah. Maybe Luke Shaw, maybe he score one beautiful finesse top corner own goal. I see our strike force with Edison Cavani scoring his debut goal. I don't want to hear about him until he scores 20. I'll come for all of you guys.
No, Trace, you're believing in too much in your own hype. But anyway, Joel, you gotta unmute your button, love. We can't hear your night.
I'm so sorry, Trace. I'm gonna ask you this, Trace. Okay, confidence is sky high. Definitely, I'm feeling you. Definitely after PSG. Mood is really, really good. All right. But the back three that we played with Shaw, Lindelof, and my boy Excel Tuan Sambe.
Oh,
All right. Do you think we will have a repeat of the back? Because if we have the repeat of that back line, we may get something out of the Chelsea game. But if we're gonna have the fridge, the one at the name behind the back, show it to everybody. If we're gonna be having him, do you think there's gonna be a liability in this game?
hey, no remember who's our left back The man with the wand Alex Telles. That's the reason why we have him. That's the reason why Maguire will play also, bro. Trust me.
One good corner, and you guys are going gaga over him. Come on, get a grip.
I think you didn't watch the game. So if you didn't watch the game, I think you gotta mute yourself.
I was texting you throughout, remember? I was trying to stop the flame. One good corner, and you guys go gaga over Alex Telles.
When you have Luke Shaw for 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years. You see one good corner. Wow, my hair stand already, bro. Hair stand. I can see Cavani at the end of it. Heading it in every single game.
Left back crossing like that. I mean, I've never seen it in 6 years, my friend. I mean, hey, bro, you have Tyranny, Mayer, you guys have
Robertson.
Chelsea, Joe, you guys
have Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, bro.
Luke Shaw, he take the ball, right? He run all the way up, right? Then he pass the ball back.
Yes,
he passed the ball back. Got ball progression, right? Ours is ball regression. Go back one.
Let's take
this comment is good.
It depends on which Maguire will turn up in the game. If the real Maguire shows up, then United will have a chance. If Maguire shows up, then we are looking for a stand-up comedy. If you all remember, Maguire had his maiden debut against Chelsea, and
he scored.
Yes, he scored. That was again a stupendous performance by him. Here, as a neutral, we go on this. I want your prediction. Tristan has already given his 3-1 to United, so Napshot will leech on that. What about Mayer, the Oracle? The simple.
This is
need to video this one.
This actually what Tristan has mentioned and also Joe has mentioned with regards of the two teams itself. Okay, they have actually mentioned what I also look into it. Both defense shambles at the back, quite balanced, like what you mentioned. Midfielder is quite strong. And finishing, you have the slight edge on Manchester United.
Okay.
Slightly better finishing with Edison Cavani there. I've never write out Edison Cavani when Manchester United signed him. He could be the talisman.
Yes.
Yeah. He could be the talisman for Manchester United to turn things around and scoring more goals now. But let's not get over confident on Manchester United's situation now. Doesn't mean that Chelsea did not perform in the game with Sevilla yesterday. It doesn't mean that they are going to play badly too. You see, with the returns of the international break, then after that they play the Champions League. We should look at the players like who is coming in for Chelsea, which is you have Thiago Silva is back. Ziyech started playing. Then after that, you have Kai Havertz who's actually scored a goal. Then after that, you have to look. Those are the kind of players who actually strengthen the midfield of Chelsea. Which is there's a fight there.
Yeah.
But like you said, you mentioned, Alex Telles is going to cross the ball. Fantastic. Before you said 6 years you waited for to see Edison Cavani is waiting for that. Okay, yes, that is the slide. The slide of like Man U, Chelsea. Okay. It to me, I look at this game totally as a neutral. It looks like a 2-1, 3-1 kind of game to Manchester United.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But
actually, very tricky game to predict. Both teams can have a total disaster at the back. All the mistakes, all the personal individual mistakes can happen. Man.
Exactly. Once somebody made the mistake, that's the part where that team will crumble.
Yeah, correct.
And I will push it to Johan. Johan, first and foremost, apart from just the result, another news made the headline. Times are really hard in Chelsea. Even Petacek also now must be into this.
I think we need to give Joe a time. Joe, I think you got to explain to all of us. We are just baffled as, I don't know. Why they
Your
don't
views
check the squad?
right? Like fusion of
Actually, I just read this earlier in the day. Actually, he was just added as a 26 man. It's got
That's it.
nothing to do with Kepa.
Ah.
It's got nothing to do with our defense. Nothing. Yeah. But you know, actually, I was expecting they recall back John Terry. You know.
Ooh, serious, bro. Wait, are you kidding or what?
You should look at our epic face. We all like,
Are you kidding?
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Actually,
People would have been like, what?
no. Actually, you know, I know you. What you guys must be wondering, why we suddenly add Peter Cech coming back from retirement, you know. But actually, yeah, it's got nothing to do with. I mean, to me, it's a good backup.
Okay.
It's a good backup. He's been actually training with the squad.
Yeah.
Like a 25-year-old.
You sure or not? The last time he played Arsenal,
He's an agent there. He's an agent there. You know, he's an agent there. No, but yeah, I mean, to me, it's a great news for most of us.
Okay.
Although you know, we're not gonna expect him to gonna start against Man U or anytime sooner, no. But you know, it's still good news for us fans, Chelsea fans. Yeah.
I got to add something to it, Anwari. I think by adding him into that squad thing, it gives the team a little bit of high morale because he's his better check. You see?
Sure.
That's how I look. I know just give like a moral kind of support. How I look at it. Why him, right? Why do they actually very very desperate to have a goalkeeper?
Make up the numbers. There you
It's
go.
to make up the numbers. Yeah.
But make up. Come on, man. I cannot digest that to make up the numbers. You know?
I just but Joe, I just want to ask you, right? Joe 26. There's a way that Chelsea again can upset the book, right? Upset the balance. How do you think Chelsea, if you're the manager right now, how do you again set up against United?
You know, first of all, use the player at their position. You know, you're not gonna put Pulisic on the right when he is better on the left. You know, it happened again. Yeah, I mean, it happened during Southampton. He started on the right. I think Chelsea never learned their lesson. He started him on the right again yesterday. First half he was quiet until the last few minutes. He switches back Pulisic to the left and Ziyech came in. Yeah, then you saw the difference. You know, you can see the difference. And Kante should be playing on the defensive midfield. He's not gonna, you know, that is how he won France the Champions League. That's how he won Leicester the league. That's how he won Chelsea the league with Conte.
Okay.
So you know why play him out of position? You know, I think Lampard need to get this right. To start the right players at the right position. I think with this kind of game against Manchester or any top 3, top 4, I think I always go for 3 at the back.
Okay.
Wing backs. So basically it's 5-3. Yeah, 5 defenders at the back. So you know sometimes we're gonna do the Mourinho soak and attack. Yeah, and then just wait for mistakes to happen. You know, that's what our opponents have been doing to us. Force us to make mistakes, you know. They press. And I'm gonna touch about Mount. You know, Mount he's a fantastic player. You know, I think Lampard rate him very well because of his you know, he defends together. But he's always playing. He's putting Mount out of position. It's gonna ruin his career. He's not a left wing. You know, last season we play 4-3-3. So he's just behind Jorginho. So he was either with Kante or Kovacevic. That is his position. He's not number 10. He's not a winger.
Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta get the position right for me.
Right. And Trish, I think the same could be said about Ole and the consistency when it comes to the back line, especially the back line roster. I just want to put it into you. If United decides to bottle it, like how United would do for many of the time, how detrimental it is for Ole and his career right now.
Ooh.
Another
I think Ole seems to be
Sleeping
every
a
time
jump.
he's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step back. I don't understand. He needs this. Okay, for all our previous managers, right?
Yeah.
He is the one without the. He's joining Moyes as the one that's dodging silverware. I find it quite annoying because as Mourinho always says, football is to win. Okay, not to play.
Mm.
And I don't like to go season after season without silverware. Even if it means like an EFL, to me, you still lift something up, and it would destroy his legacy, which I hate it lah, because he's a legend for the club.
Okay.
He has won us. He has given us beautiful moments, and if I have to see his managerial career go down the drain because he didn't win anything for United, that would be a shame. So
likewise, yeah.
Yeah, same for Lampard actually, because both are legends. Like when you think of them, you think of the club. They're synonymous with each other. And to see, it's nice to see ex players coming back to manage their ex teams. But if they don't succeed, it can turn very, very sour. And I don't want that. But both managers seems to be on the path to that lah. So we will see.
and that right now, right, Joel, that is the poison chalice. That when an ex-player comes in, that is again the remit. The remit is for you not to, sorry for the lack of better word, not to fuck up your legacy.
Yes.
Because everything that you have done so far, all right, will be complete tatters. But last one before we go off, right, Joel, I just want to ask you, for you and Lampard, how long are you willing to wait?
17 games.
How long are you waiting to wait? Lampard.
Me, 10.
Oh, 10 games.
Yeah. It's been 5 league games so far. So personally, I think 10 games. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
If we spend as much as Chelsea, also 10 games.
Okay, and Joe, when you mentioned 10 games, right, where do you expect to see Chelsea after that 10 games? Lingering between the top 4?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's your baseline. You have to be in the top after 10 games.
Yep.
Not time to go.
Yeah. Sorry to say.
Yeah, but Joe, you see, he just bought the players,
Yeah, true.
He just got the players,
Yeah.
They need the players to gel. I put it also. Don't get me wrong. Before you continue, I just say that it is like a face-off, between Ole and Lampard. It's like a face-off.
Yeah, true.
The face-off is not about who wins or who is better, but it's their job and their title is on the line.
Correct.
This is how I look at it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
So I don't blame how Joe mentioned that 10 games. But he just bought the players. That is that's the word. See, what do you think? Is it too little of time?
No, you see, the thing is, it's not his fault. The defense is gonna cost his job. That's what concerns me. If anything happens to Lampard, it's the team, it's the squad.
It goes way back. It goes back again. Like how the players in Chelsea don't want to play for a certain manager.
It's always been that case.
That's why. So it's. Is it the players or the club's tradition? As in, players can do. I still remember what this legend has said. SAF Sir Alex Ferguson said, "Nobody is bigger than the club." Okay. I'm quoting this because yes, he is a legend, but it goes on all out. As in Liverpool, how Klopp actually take a charge of the players. He will reprimand those them or right nip at the butt on the spot. And how Sir Alex mentioned this, and how Chelsea is not actually
player management. Is that again the singular factor that's actually missing in Chelsea's camp right now, Joe? Player management.
Player management. Like I said, I know Lampard is he's only has 1 year of experience before he joined Chelsea. Yeah,
Okay.
but I just feel that he doesn't have the management skills to manage a world class player. Those big names. There's a difference. I mean, you can't compare Lampard and Klopp. Yeah, Chelsea fans of him saying, remember Klopp did in the first few years with Liverpool and stuff. I hate that shit. You can't compare with Klopp. Klopp has so many experience. Even Ole.
Yeah.
Before he came to join Man U, he has experience. But
Good
Lampard was with Derby. Yes, he did well, but when you look at Derby squad and Chelsea suddenly come to a big club, and then now you have the money to spend all the big names. I don't know how. I mean, he lacked this quality about
Too big of a jump.
controlling. Yeah, too big of a jump, and all these big names. I don't think he can handle this. Yeah.
So it's like an overwhelm. Too many stars.
Yeah, I think that is what
You
Joe
see.
is trying to do it.
Yeah, and there's a difference, right? Like I was mentioning, to find an identity for the team, the way how you want it to play. You are still trying to get that. You're trying to make the team gel, but and then there's another one. There's a time given for the manager to solve the problem. And this problem today is the same thing last season. It's still not being fixed. The thing is, I don't know whose idea is this, but for me, I'm sorry, Havertz fan. Kai Havertz fan. It shouldn't be him. It shouldn't be him. We should have been using that money to spend on a defender instead. To be honest. Yeah. I'm not saying this because he's not been. I mean, yesterday he was almost missing, if you ask me. Right? Yeah, he was almost missing. I'm not saying this because of last night.
Yep.
Or what, but I'm just saying that kind of money, Chelsea should have spent it to improve our defense.
Defense, yeah. Yeah, true.
And yeah.
Joe, just a quick one, Joe. If Lampard's got to go, then who's next in?
I don't know. Pochettino is available.
Better check what. Eric said better check.
I don't know, but what I know is, so far whoever came to Chelsea and managed, we never gone trophyless except for last season.
Okay.
Yeah, but last season was it's excusable. Yeah. I mean, we went into the final, right?
And you lost better.
Yeah, to me it's okay lah. First season for Lampard. We finished top. We got the Champions League qualification. It's fine.
That was surprising.
I mean, I think he did well lah. To be fair.
Okay. All right.
He
Fair
did
enough.
okay. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yep. Fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, that was really heart wrenching, man. You can hear the sorrow and pain in
Yeah.
Johan's voice.
10 games, 10 games.
It's so hard. It's so hard, right? For
Yeah,
a fan.
But talking from only talking from where he said that how from the problem was not solved from last season.
Even last season, true.
Yeah. And until now, so it's very frustrating.
Remember me and Joe, we did the transfer section or the rumor section, and then there was a rumor about Kai Havertz coming to Chelsea. And what did Kel do? Kel just, I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want him. Yeah.
I didn't want him as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of fanboys right now.
When he first came on, I said he was going to have a tough time.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah.
Last season Chelsea was doing well attacking wise. We scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, you didn't need to strengthen too much.
Yeah, we don't need too much improvement on that.
Well, that
Instead,
was enough.
we have to focus on the defense.
Yo, wait, could this be another antic from your Roman? You remember there was this famous quote, I don't know from which manager, I believe it was from Mourinho, and he mentioned that he didn't want Ballack. He didn't want Michael Ballack. But it was because of Roman's son, who loved to use Michael Ballack in his virtual game. That's why they bought him into Chelsea. Could this be another reenactment of that scenario whereby it wasn't Lampard's call, it was your boss? Tauke wants it.
Well, it could be, just like Torres case. Torres. I think that just to name a few, manager didn't want them, but the owners they want them. Yeah. I think it's all down
marketing,
to
bro. It's
marketing.
all about
It's all
advertising.
money. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all money. Yeah,
Okay,
it's all
good.
money. Yeah.
So again, before we let you go, right? We just want your prediction. We're not gonna let you off the hook. Predict your own misery.
I'm gonna go for. I have to be honest lah. 2-1 lah. We're gonna lose this.
1 to you. Wow.
Yeah, but
Joe.
you know, yeah. I mean,
Come on, Joe.
I don't really care about this match so much because, you know, if we, what was the point if we're gonna win all these big games, but we're gonna lose against all the small teams, right?
Football release.
I put you an example of last season. We lost to Manchester twice, home and away, and then you and us are in the same points. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's very frustrating.
You don't define at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. You know, one moment you're gonna win this big team, and then you're gonna draw against. You're gonna throw away points against Southampton. You're gonna throw points against all those mid-table teams. It's
frustrating, right?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And Mia, I think right now we really need to help Joe 26 right now because he really looks like he's coming to the end of his life, man.
It's not that, you know, many Chelsea fans say, you know, we are not used. We are used to win, you know, we are used to win, and then suddenly all this we are not used to. It's not that I'm not used to winning. It's just that I hate to see all these mistakes happening again and again and again, week in, week out. Where's the improvement? Why is Zuma still starting? Why, you know, when this one person is making mistake and he's still playing, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, Farid mentioned. Oh, okay, that was Shevchenko.
Okay.
Shevchenko.
Thanks, Farid.
Okay, so he is predicting 2-1 against Chelsea's. Of course, this is again Joel, something new for us. This is again
very new. I'm still shell-shocked by what he just said, man. I was thinking that Werner is going to say like Werner is going to rape the shit out of Maguire.
Yeah, man. He went what we need to do right now before we all go through again that sappy moment with Joe 26, let's quickly run through all the games, all right? So let's go.
Aston Villa. Okay.
Aston Villa versus Leeds United. Mr. Oracle, go first because Tristan went first for Napshot Studio. So you got a record, huh? So Tristan went 3-1 for Napshot Studio, 3-1 to United. You went what? 2-1 or 3-1? Maya, you got to make up your mind.
Oh, I'm going for 3-1, babe.
3-1 as well. Okay, Ken. We call it a 2, we call it even. Okay, and then Aston Villa Leeds United.
Okay, I'm gonna go first, right? Okay, I have the feeling that Aston Villa is gonna bottle this up and Leeds gonna win.
Same.
Wow.
I was about to say it.
2-1.
I know Steven right now is watching Steven again.
Steven is definitely watching this.
What a special player, man. This coming back from an impressive 1-0 win at the King Power Stadium. And my God, we talk so much about Everton. Little did we know that even Aston Villa fans, they are dreaming right now. So are we complete? And you mentioned that you are expecting an upset. Why, Mayor? Against the
Elsa's gonna wake up.
This is something like it is better now or never, or I mean now or later, that Aston Villa has been having a good run, and they're playing at home. They're very confident. How I look at it is like it's just like a moment of a slap on the face. In a moment of a slap on the face. Well, Villa, I mean, Steven thinks that Villa is going to win. Okay, fine. This is my prediction, how I look at it, my point of view. So, because Leeds, how many? What was the score that Leeds had before this game? They lost 1-0 to Wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
Just 1-0, you know.
Yeah.
They were playing really well, but they didn't manage to score. They missed a couple of chances. Their players were really doing very well. I'm just saying that, of course, they're looking for a win, of course, but I don't see Villa coming out from this game with a win.
And what will be the scoreline? Our dear Mayor.
Yeah.
What is what will be the scoreline?
I mentioned it earlier on. 2-1.
2-1. Okay. And for this, let's get our guest, Joe 26. You're gonna help us predict for Aston Villa and Leeds to represent Blue Corner. What will be your predicted scoreline for Aston Villa playing at Villa Park? It just
High
demolished.
scoring game. This is gonna be a high scoring game.
High scoring.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game, but I'm gonna go for a 3-3 draw.
Wow!
Wow.
103. Oh, what has Premier League come to? Defending has taken a back seat. So 3-3. May I record that down from Joe.
Yeah. Recorded.
Big call. All right, quickly next one. West Ham, Man City, Lawrence and company has actually given right set of prediction. So they are predicting a West Ham win. But then of course, Holy Remy mentioned that if it's a draw, it will feel like victory. All London derby, Joel? Joel?
Yeah.
Control yourself. Fulham, Crystal Palace, all London derby. I don't know whether you got to again just be up for this.
I'm going against Palace. I'm going for Palace. Palace to do a 3-0.
Okay, Palace.
3-0 victory.
All right, so United, Chelsea done. Liverpool, Sheffield United. And before we do that, quickly, of course, we have actually made mention of I think the issue by Jamie Carragher. You mentioned Jamie Carragher is not your rival or your
Yeah. May I say Jamie Carragher is not his legend?
Not a
Jamie
legend.
Carragher is out of Liverpool.
Yeah, what's up with the spat that he has right now ongoing with Jurgen Klopp in the media?
I think the way how actually how I look at it, this is because of Jamie Carragher actually mentioned about how Klopp is handling the team.
Okay.
See, so he is a paid pundit. Come on, he's been paid to say all this kind of thing, to spike this kind of things. You see. So that's to me is if you are paid to do all those kind of things, you are not actually looking into the team itself. The manager or the coach itself know the player well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So that's about it only. Nothing more than that.
Nothing more than that. All right. So let's go. Sheffield United quickly. Mayor, of course, we are not predicting this game, but I just want to hear from you. What do you think?
Rooster for the winner.
This is another good game to watch. It's actually for Liverpool 3-0.
3-0.
Oh, good one.
3-0.
Hey,
3-0.
also, you got to mention this. What a solid performance by Fabinho, man. Against
Yeah,
Ajax.
fabulous.
Who needs Van Dijk? Who needs Van Dijk?
Yeah. Colossal, man.
Southampton and Everton. Again, Hassan made mention of this match. This will be a true blue litmus test for Everton, missing a lot of key players going into the Southampton game. And again, if you're down and out, you wouldn't want to play Southampton, right, Joel? They will run you to the ground.
Definitely.
T. Adams and Danny Ings.
Who plays with two strikers right now? Nobody. Not a lot of teams will have the guts to play with two strikers up top.
Yeah,
exactly.
Southampton is a wet blanket.
That just tells how Southampton knows the weakness at the back to pressure them. Chelsea will make a mistake. That's why they put two strikers. Yeah,
two strikers. And wow, really, really bold from Ralph Hasenhuttl. So I don't know, man. I'm looking at Southampton and Everton. I'm thinking if there's one time that the bubble will finally burst for Everton, this could probably be
this game.
Unfortunately. And then we move against Newcastle. Interesting one. I might stay up for this. 12:30, Wolves playing at the Molineux against Newcastle, who got badly thrashed by Joel's team. Joel, you think any difference this time?
Yep. I think Wolves. No, I think Wolves are going to do it. Probably a 2-0, 3-0 to Wolves.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then quickly, we also move to Arsenal against Leicester. For me,
forgot to say that. Mighty Arsenal.
The mighty Gunners.
Against Leicester. Woohoo!
For us to falter, and Mikel Arteta, I know you're watching us. I know you're watching right now. I don't care what you guys might think. This guy is not deluded. He is watching me right now. Start Partey and go back to 4-3-3. All right.
Partey.
Creative imagination. You get Partey, man.
Partey. This is what is going to happen. If Partey starts and Arsenal loses, am I still going to see you?
Of course, man. Dude, I've been through Arsene Wenger, man, for the last 10 years. I got beaten by you 8-2. I got beaten by 2-26-6-1. I'm still here.
All right. right, love.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
run, but I'm
Okay,
looking.
love.
I think the signs are good for us. We would definitely have to label into a win. Nobody's gonna have it easy against Leicester. I'm looking at a 2-1 victory for Arsenal, and Aubameyang to finally score. So that is the spoiler for you guys who are playing FPL. It's time to give the captaincy back to Aubameyang. All right. So next one, Brighton, West Brom. Wow, what an interesting game, man. Kristen, if I pay you $10,000 right now to stay awake, right, and 1 p.m. to watch West Brom, would you
No prediction.
no prediction, no prediction. Oh, Arsenal. Okay, get to one.
Hey, hello.
All right,
It is.
on to you.
To me, it's 3-1 to Arsenal.
Woo! Yeah, percaya sama lu, man. Love team.
Mayor, one-sided lah, Mayor.
No. Come on, man. Leicester is one team that alamak susah. Buy Vardy in the FPL, Vardy injured. Take Vardy out, Vardy score 4. Mangkok.
Yeah.
Correct or not, FPL?
Yeah, true.
Score 4. Bloody hell, I say to sell him away.
Okay, so 3-1 from me, 2-1 for Napshot. Brighton, West Brom, again, will not capture anybody's imagination. But I guess this is, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like it has a draw written all over it, right? Brighton
and Trace, come on.
Chris is falling asleep even before the match, man.
Tris, I think he's going to say Brighton win, man.
1-0 West Brom.
Ooh,
wow.
serious?
That will again propel them into not safety yet, but they definitely need that 3 points. And then last one, Burnley and Spurs. I know Joe 26, one of his favorite team. If he didn't support Chelsea, he would have been supporting Spurs.
Never.
Never. Joe, right? I also want to ask you, man. When it comes to the club that you hate the most, give me your packing order.
Which one? Yeah.
Top
Sorry?
three. In terms of the club that you hate, right? Give me the top 3. All right, in that order: first, second, third.
Liverpool,
Oh, Liverpool.
Spurs,
Okay. Arsenal.
Yes. Whoa.
third could be
United. I must say United.
United. Yeah.
Whoa, Joe 26. I will invite you week in, week out, man. Week in, week out. But then where do you go on this, man? Burnley versus Southampton.
Spurs.
Oh, sorry, versus Spurs. My bad.
Spurs. I think it's gonna be easy
5-1.
win. Easy win
Easy win for Burnley, yeah?
Kane with 5 goals.
for Spurs.
Oh, okay.
3-0.
5 goals.
3-0. 3-0.
All right.
Yeah.
So right now,
5-0.
Mayor, there's something for you.
Asif from Malaysia. Asif, thank you so much for watching. Mayor, is Selangor FA fan or Liverpool fan? Which one?
No, FC fan. Is Selangor FA fan or FC fan? You're up.
Aku dah ini kan dah.
Then, Mayor, you must say, I'm Selangor in the heart, I'm Liverpool in the blood.
Yeah, man. So, this Asim must know. Clothes are meant for production to be worn by sponsors. See, kaki jersey.
Okay. Okay, on the show. Okay, I never know. I watched Brighton Burnley. Nothing can beat the boring game. Brighton to win 2-0. Right. And I think that's about it right now, Joe. Really exciting for us to be finally, after a week of sabbatical, not so long ago, that we actually had our long-awaited break. But now we are back full roster. Look out for a new video drop. Alright. This time it's a street talk video. It's about the boys talking about, again, it's their opinion, of course, top 5 signings in each position, or rather top signing in each position. So we went through the goalkeeping, the defensive, the midfield, and also the attacking part of football, and who they have as their top signing. So look out for that. The video will drop. And then a brand new feature as well for those of you guys who have not followed us on Instagram. Do so, because that is where we are the most active. So before the match, there is a pre-match talk that we will again record ourselves, and then if the match is good, like last week, right, Joe? We did Liverpool, Everton, we did Chelsea. Kel was seated in the toilet because he was really embarrassed by the result. Because if it was 3-0, he would have actually shot it in his living room. But because it was 3-3, he went into the toilet. He went into hiding.
He went there.
So look out for that feature as well. All right. So follow us on Instagram. And also Harry Hamza mentioned, vote for goal of the week. I think
Lanzini.
Eric, where are we? Please, Lanzini.
Lanzini, do you still need to vote?
Or you'll be surprised. There was one guy who voted Salah. I think it's Salah bawah.
Discuss goal of the year.
Bro, I think I know who is it. I just don't want to say who. I think I know who.
Salah Faham, Salah Sangka. Either one of these. And then, FA is state-owned club. FC is privatized.
Oh, he is mentioning about which is it? Right now Selangor no more Selangor FA na FC na both so sama. Now tak sama lah. But to me, I'm more of the Selangor State Club lah. Selangor because of.
So Asif was Sini, all right, please do remember to put in your vote or in our comment section. Mayor, I asked you to vote in the comment section. You write to give me inside my DM. You slid into our DM.
No lah, comment lah. This one I put inside comment already. You go and check your IG. I put down there. So you need to vote, man. I put down there. Anzini.
All right. So guys, for those of you who have been watching us from 9 to 11:30, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tristan. Thank you so much for making it out alive, especially after practice. Joe 26 again. Big shout out. Thank you so much, man. Do not be so glum, Do not be so sad, Hey, when Chelsea start winning,
Little Chelsea win.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Everybody quiet, man.
Everyone quiet. I also hide the toilet.
Yeah, man.
do remember to watch us next week. Same old roster. Monday we've got the Cal and Joe. Interesting, Joe. You want to tell the crowd first, entice them, give them a bit of a cliffhanger.
Fellas, this Monday we're not going to do the usual that we always do. We usually call in Liverpool guys, Everton from the Premier League, but no, this time we're going to bring in the local flavor. It's everything and anything about local football in Singapore, from the streets to the futsal pitches to the big stadium. Everything we will be covered. We are going to get in beautiful guests, hardcore local supporters. So tune in, fellas. 9 p.m. Monday. Catch the calendar.
All right, and then on Tuesday, Brass takes on Europe to cover all the European show.
Yep.
Again, interesting show because why Real Madrid faltered. You got your big boys just again climbing down, so that will make an interesting show. So Tuesday, Ras takes on Europe at 8:30 p.m. and then on Thursday, your normal boys, the big focus. So for me, Anwari, Joel, Maya, making up the panel. This is the slow-mo. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.